Guys, Raghav, don't.
So guys, we're finally live again. Let's wait for some people to join in, and then we'll get started with the teams. We have a very exciting session coming up. This is the closing ceremony, so it's like all the final pitches will be coming on. Multiple teams are here already, and we'll be slowly adding them, and they'll pitch. They'll give their pitches, and then you all can judge for yourselves. And of course, we'll be judging as well. So yeah, fun thing that you guys probably can notice is two people, two of
They're
them,
not
one of
here.
yeah, they're not here. One of whom is a very close friend of mine. Brinal is not here, and I am a little upset about it, but we just go along with it. And we are all happy that Asta is not here. It's okay. It's fine. It's
You
fine.
shouldn't be so hard on Astha. You shouldn't be so hard on Astha, Aditya.
Dude, personal opinions. Like these opinions are not sponsored by GDSC or anyone for that matter. They're personal opinions. So yeah, again, for the people who are just joining in, we're gonna wait for a little bit. Wait for people to join in because like just started the live stream. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
So Isham, it's what 48 hours, man. You were on the review side of things. How was that for you?
Oh man, I mean the amount of good projects that we've got in DevJams. I don't think I've ever been in a hackathon or ever judged a hackathon that had so many amazing submissions. I mean, it really mesmerized me. And while we were selecting the top 12, it was so hard for the entire tech team at DSC. We just couldn't decide which ones to pick. And I'm pretty sure that, even if you didn't make it to the top 12, I'm pretty sure all of you did amazing. I just want to give it out to all of you that, you guys uh, superseded our expectations. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, man. I think that's what DevJams is for, right? It's our flagship hackathon. It happens once a year, and I'm glad that we got such a good turnout this year and so many good submissions for that matter. Like we had amazing track prizes as well, so that's probably like something that maybe contributed to that. So yeah.
Of course,
Uh,
everyone wants the money, right?
yeah, definitely. I think
Definitely.
that is definitely a very big motivating factor here. But I'm just glad it was motivating enough to see such good innovation from people. And yeah, I think the tech team, I think Hisham can vouch for this, that the tech team has worked very, very hard to like, bring it down to just 12 projects. And we are very excited to have these 12 teams here to come, pitch their like projects to you all and to us for that matter. Yeah.
Right. And one more thing that I'd like to really mention is that we had a lot of fresher teams this time, and I'm so happy to see freshers, doing so well. And yeah, uh, if I keep looking away, guys, I'm sorry because I'm actually looking at the YouTube chat section. So anyway,
So let's get started, guys. It's already been about 3 minutes. We will
yes,
probably start with let's start with the actual ceremony. So yeah, a
right,
very very warm welcome to all our viewers. Finally, we're here. This is it. This is the final team pitches. It's happening, like we mentioned. 12 teams. This is what it comes down to. Aren't you excited for this, Asham?
of course I am. Who isn't? I mean, if you're excited, you should definitely write something in the YouTube comment section because we want to see your excitement.
Yeah. So we won't waste too much of your time. We'll bring the first team on here as soon as possible. And yeah, team one. Hisham, would you like to tell us who the team one is?
Right,
It's
right,
in,
right. Before I actually just bring the team on, I'd like to just tell all of you that each team has about 10 minutes to pitch, and they'll be showing us also the demo of their idea, right? So that is pretty cool. The first team is Team Akatsuki. I mean, Naruto fans right there. I can relate. Team Akatsuki. That
yeah.
they have gone for the open innovation track. So I would welcome Team Akatsuki on stage.
Yeah, and I think the team they should be here right now. Yeah. So Aditya, hi
I
Vishal.
think I'm audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
you guys
audible,
are
Vansh.
good.
Yeah, okay. So our project name is Pet. Should I start?
No, we'll
Yeah,
just wait
go
a second.
ahead. Best of luck,
I mean,
guys.
Yeah.
I think Vishal is muted. Just make sure, Vishal, that you are unmuted before you go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
Right, right,
Cool. Best of luck,
okay.
guys. We'll
So,
leave all to it. So
right. Okay.
so our project name is Pet Nation, and I hope you can see the screen. Is it visible? I am showing the PPT. Is it visible to you guys? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah,
Okay, so here we start. So our problem statement is many stray animals in our country get tormented to diseases and hunger every day. This is some statistical data that we collected, and we found out that there is so many stray animals that are suffering from it. The problem affects the entire animal population who live on street and roads. So what the solution we are offering is that we are trying to create an application which will help stray animals, a platform which will allow a user to upload stray animals near their surroundings and adopt or donate for other stray animals in their city. The donation concept is something new. We are introducing a currency named Bitcoin. We are creating a centralized donation system. Users will pay us real money and they will get Bitcoins accordingly. Users can use these Bitcoins to donate to other animals or they can buy food for stray animals from stores. Why this donation system is so complex? If a person gets real money as a donation from someone, let's assume that he or she will may use it for his or her own use. This is a this way a normal donation system will flop immediately. In this case, pet coins will work only with pet stores and hospitals. We will tie up with pet stores, hospitals, which will accept pet coins and provide service. And at the end of the month, we will pay pet stores and hospitals according to the pet coins they earn. Initially, we will implement our idea in a big city like Indore, and many people don't have actually time to go to the stores and buy food for animals. So we will introduce online delivery system for so that users can order food online and they have to pay extra charges for it with real money. The value we are proposing here is the hunger of many stray animals will be stopped. User won't have to go and buy food from store. They will receive at their doorsteps. And there are very generous people in our country who want good for stray animals and they will definitely donate it. And there is no any idea. The novelty of this idea is very unique. So that's why. And what is our business model? How will we earn? We can earn by taking a little percentage cut of the donation made. Like if a person donates to a dog, 5% of the pet coins will be given to us. Will be, yeah. And later we can use Google Meta ads and monetize it in the most convenient way. And what's next for Pet Nation? We are also looking to collaborate with NGOs working in this field. Working with NGOs will ensure that our brand is verified, our brand has a name, has a good name, and we will attract doctors and pet store in such a B2B way that they get some benefits too. What benefits doctors and pet stores will get? So how it will work? So we will go to pet stores and we will ask for their permission if they will accept pet coins and all. And in return, they're getting promotions. Like our app will be used by 1,000 or 2,000 people, and they will see the pet store name. So they are getting promoted. So that is their advantage. And we will execute it in one big city, and then we will slowly expand. And these are the technologies used. And now we are at the end of the PPT. Now I will demonstrate the implementation. Just a second. Okay, so this is our project. And this is the, first of all, let me show you the authentication. I logged in previously, that's why I wasn't directed to the authentication activity. This is the authentication activity where a first user have to log in. I have already made an ID, so I'll just directly log in. A new user can register also. What's happening? Wait, I have to rerun it again. Sorry. Actually, I'm having problems with my ADK managers. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so now it's working. And now this is the home activity. Here, all the uploads will be shown, all the posts of animal will be shown, uploaded by different users. And right now, there are just photos of laptop screens and all, but later there will soon be photos of dogs and cats. Okay, so for example, this is uploaded by Vishal, phone number, address, and description. And this is the store where a user can buy food. This is where a user can post pictures. This is our wallet. And this is our profile activity. Now let's add a photo of animal. Let me give address, a random thing. And I'm adding a photo also. Got it. Okay. Okay, now we are set to go. Now it has been uploaded. Just a second. Yeah, now it has been uploaded. You won't see your ad here because you will see the ads from different users. You will see your ads here, your reported animals. These were the animals we previously reported. And yeah, this is the thing. We can delete it also, but for now we will not. Yeah. Now let's add pet coins. Now the current pet coin balance we have 900, but because we added it previously, let's add 200 pet coins. Now we are directed to the Razor Pay payment gateway. Now it's a test payment gateway right now, so everything is fake. Okay, cool. I think now we are done with the payment, and yeah, the balance is increased. And now let's buy pet food. Now let's buy two. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, a small bug appeared. I'm very sorry for that. It didn't appear in previous preview. Sorry. Yeah, our order will be delivered within few days. And if you will see your orders, yeah, this is the order we ordered. And now let's try to adopt someone. Yeah, let's adopt it. The adoption request is sent, and you have to contact with the given phone number, and they will receive a notification and all. Now let's donate somebody. Now let's donate 25 pet coins. Okay, so it's donated. Why is this bug appearing? I'm sorry. Okay, so donated pet coins are 40. 15 pet coins you previously donated, so that is added up. That's why it's coming a higher number, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that was all about it. And if you will receive any donations, it will be appeared here in the profile activity. Okay, so that was all about Pet Nation. And yeah, if you have any questions, you may ask. How to stop? Yeah, great.
Right. I think your pitch was amazing.
Thank
Aditya,
you.
I can't see you,
Yeah, man.
Aditya.
Yeah. These pesky like camera like privacy blockers nowadays, you forget when you put them up. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Your pitch was amazing, and I'm pretty sure that this can help pets a lot because
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love dogs, right? So,
I think it was a
anyway,
bit of
thanks.
wholesome project, right? Overall, it was
I
very
know, right?
wholesome. It was a very nice idea in mind. So really
Yeah,
good
thank
job,
you so
guys.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you have any queries, you can ask now. We are ready to answer.
So the thing is, we aren't going to be taking audience questions
Okay,
for
okay.
final pitches because that would like just delay
Okay,
the
yeah,
process.
sure,
We
sure,
want
sure,
all the teams to come up and like just pitch their idea. So, yeah.
sure, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for the project. I think the team will now be
Thank
taking
you.
you downstream. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bye guys. Best of luck.
Right.
Hisham, that was a cool project, wasn't it? What do you think?
I know, right? That was very good. So, just a second.
Let's wait
Anyway,
for the next team to join
exactly. Just
also.
wait for the next team to sort of make sure that they're joining in. And
You know what I like the most about these guys' project, like Team One. Basically, team. I can't pronounce. I haven't watched Naruto, so I don't know the pronunciation for that. But I really like the whole Petcoin implementation, and I think that goes really well and gives them some like sort of uniqueness to their whole project. So yeah, that's
right,
nice.
right.
Yeah.
Is the next team here?
No, let's
Right.
just
Okay.
wait for the next team. That's fine. So yeah, I think next up we have someone from the sustainability track, and yeah, we looking for this is the first thing from the sustainability track that I have seen today. Most like this is the only team that is there from the sustainability track today. And I think it'd be very interesting to see like what the project they've created. Their team is Team Code Shark. So yeah, we'll
Right.
wait for you guys to show up, and yeah, what do you think about the sustainability track, Hisham? Like you judged it, right?
I,
So
yeah, I mean, this was a team that I kind of judged during review one, and I mean, I'm not going to divulge the what these guys have actually made, but I can tell you that this is one of the coolest projects to have come in any of the hackathons. This is, I mean, one of a kind. I would say I've not seen projects like this generally come in hackathons, so it is going to be pretty amazing. And just to give you a heads up, guys, I think these all of them are freshers and they are in the top 12. So I mean, for all the freshers who are watching, I mean, I hope this sort of pumps you up, right? And I'm
Yeah,
so
definitely.
thankful that freshers are coming.
Yeah, it's a massive, and like, it's a lot of encouragement when you're a fresher and you see someone who's
Right,
like
right.
you and who's made it onto the stage into the top 12 of like a major hackathon, right? So it's really cool that these guys are, made it so far, and I'm very glad that someone from the sustainability track made it so far. And
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. And
it's
things like these issues really need to be talked about. And I'm pretty happy to see that these young people are actually. I mean, of course, I'm young. You're also young, but I mean, you get what I'm trying to say, right? So
yeah. I think even more than young people, I'm just glad freshers are tackling it because college is so
exactly,
difficult very early on, right? So it makes a big difference when you all can, like, especially in your first year, with like the little experience that you have, come up and tackle issues and then come up and like present them on these like major hackathon platforms. It's not easy to come to hackathons, right? So definitely it's a big deal to see freshers in the top 12. And yeah, I'm glad that they're here, and I can't wait for them to be on stage and so that they can present. I think we
Yeah,
have
I
hello.
think we have Bhavesh here. Hello, Bhavesh.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening, everyone. So first, I want
Good
to
evening.
thank everyone that we have got this chance for presenting here. And as we all discussed that we chose the track sustainability, and I guess our idea is a bit kind of unique, as you guys discussed. So first, let me just share my screen here.
Yeah, Bhavesh, we'll leave you to it. Best of luck. And yeah, I think your 10 minutes have started.
Right.
Yes. So good evening, everyone. I am Bhavesh Satyamurthy, and on behalf of Code Shark, I will be presenting my art project for the DevJams Hackathon 2021. So the track that we chose was sustainability. The reason for choosing that track is that global warming and climate change is becoming an increasing problem and spreading throughout the entire globe. And our aim is that the future of the world is in the hands of the young generation, and if we need to teach them the art of sustainability. But if we talk to them about the art of sustainability, they will flee. And our team was wondering how we could grasp the attention of the curious little ones and help them and teach them the art of sustainability. The idea that we have come up with was a 2D video game that not only teaches the children about global warming, but also climate change. So our target audience for this is children under the age of 10, and the hero in this character, Evan, is the ideal person that we achieve that we find that we want to achieve right here. So the tools that we used to make this project was the Unity game engine, the program stage is VS Code, and the programming language C Sharp. Next, let's get to the interesting part, the level one of the game. The level one revolves around the theme of air pollution. The reasons that we gave for this theme is that the lack of trees in the area and the increasing amount of vehicles. To clear this level, the player has to find the solution, and in finding the solution, he learns the importance of planting trees and be mindful of the use of the vehicles. Next, we have some prototypes for the Air Guardian, or the last stage boss, as you say, in the game, called Zypher. And this was all that came up with these animations that will be in the game. Next, for the level 2 one is land pollution. The reason for this theme is the overpopulation of cities and the littering of trash around us. The solution for this that the player has to find is the spreading of the awareness of this problem, while using the 3 R's that we find: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Next is the design for the Earth Guardian Gaia that we have come up with, but unfortunately we could not do it in the game, but we have a future plans of making it in the game. Next is the level 3, revolving around water pollution. The reasons for water pollution that we have given is the wastage of water, the plastic and littering of seas and oceans. The solution that the player has to find here is to fix leaky taps, doing which he will learn the conservation of water, while volunteering to clean the beach. With doing this, he will learn the problems that comes when the trash is thrown around in the seas and oceans. Next, we have an interface, or the process that went into making the game. And today I'm going to show you a prototype that we created during our project. So in front of you is our hero of the game, Evan, and this is the level 1 city that we designed. There are a lot of people here around, and each of them has a dialogue which expresses the problem that is needed. So here is describing about the chaos and the black smoke, while this person is telling us about the smoke. And wandering through the city, the player can find the solution to this problem. And the solution to this problem is here while he's wandering around and finding a forest that we all created and taking a help of a man here. So we have come up, so we worded it like all little children can understand, like trying the replacement of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air and combining them with magnets to see how to tell them in a very friendly manner. Now, for the most interesting part that you all have been waiting for is the boss. So, where can we find the boss here? So, to find the boss, the player has to do a lot of quests. But for now, we have come up with the area where the boss will be waiting for us to find him and fight him. This is the battle system we created. For this is to grasp the interest of the younger children that will motivate them to solve the game quickly, and by doing that they will learn on how we can solve these problems in real life. So here you can all meet Cypher. We can interact with him. For now he just says he just rows around, but yeah, we plan to improving this into a complete battle system and creating the two levels that we discussed here. And thank you, that's all we have for you all. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now.
So that was an amazing presentation, guys. Thank you so much, and
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah,
we are not, like we mentioned before, we aren't going to take audience questions in the final pitches. So, yeah. But really good presentation, guys. It was really nice to see a fresher team in the top 12. So, yeah, good job, guys.
Good job.
thank
Also,
you
very
very much.
cute characters. Really, really cute game characters. Love them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hisham, what do you think?
I think that this is one of the few times that you generally don't see games being put in hackathons, and people thinking about things in a. I think this is a different perspective to solving a problem. People generally would think about building environment credits and things like that for sustainability, but building a game just to spread awareness, that is something that is quite unique, and
It's
I quite
interesting,
loved
right?
it.
You got to give it credit for being interesting because people don't think of like raising awareness as the first thing they would do in a sustainability track, right? And this game does that. Also, really cute game. I got to say, those characters are super cute.
I mean,
Yeah.
exactly, and not just that, man. I mean, these people were freshers, and they ended up making a game in Unity, which looked a bit like Super Mario, don't you think? It had that
It
kind of
gave me a
vibe.
very retro vibe. It gave me a very, very retro vibe.
Exactly, and I think that's actually amazing because we generally don't see games with this sort of retro vibe in general, and
Yeah.
when these things do come up, I think it's quite amazing that. Uh, anyway, the next team is going to come.
Team, can you read the
Formage
name out? Yeah.
Team Fromage Force. Okay, so
I
I
am
think this
sorry
is
if you're
also a
butchering.
fresher team.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
also these guys are from the Open Innovation Track and also eligible for the Vicara for developers by developers, which is great because these guys are eligible to win both the DevJams main prize as well as the 30,000 INR from Vicara. So yeah,
Right.
we will leave you all to it. Your 10 minutes begin now, and best of luck, guys.
Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
Right. On camera, be sharing the screen.
Um,
You guys can see my screen here.
Here we can see
Yeah.
your screen.
Traveling outside a whimsical endeavor is indeed a fraught with complex planning on its own. A very good evening to the august audience. We are from March Coast, and our team members are Medansh Jain, Samkhyan Bhattacharya, Bahaj Mustafa, and Veg Pulao. All of us are first year students from VIT Vellore. So So, as a traveler, there are quite a lot of issues that fear of them being the loneliness, fear of planning, and fear of managing all the expense. So, we can boil the three issues down to number one, loneliness, number two, the lack of feeling of community, and number three, planning. This is where we come into your hand. We are Groupie. No matter where in the world you want to go, we can help you get there. Well, now I have Medanjan explaining the solutions that we provide.
So the solution lies to this problem is a platform that helps you find a buddy according to your location. A one-step access app that helps you find the events around you and let them book your travel plans and everything. Or a social networking application that helps you find people with same mindset and same travel plans. Now, our target audience is Gen Z solo travelers that prefer to travel alone or in a group with same mindset. Also, with people who have a zest to travel.
The market size of the global online travel agency sector has reached to $432 billion. There are three main figures that we need to look into. $517.8 billion, which is the market size of online travel booking platform in the world, and 65% of the revenue to the tourism industry comes through these booking platforms. Now, what is that makes our product or our platform different from others? What is our competitive edge? Number one, we help you to create a community through our platform. A direct messaging feature helps you connect with other travelers that you can build a community. Number two, buddy rating system. The buddy rating system is a rating system that would be implemented and it would help our users have a safe and an enjoyable experience. Number three being finding a travel buddy. A platform is a platform where you can find travel buddies according to your desired location. Number three and number four, the best of all, we are your all-stop destination platform. We help you to travel, connect with other people, and also plan your trips and book services. Talking about the business model, as of now, we're following two cost per click CPC model, which is that the platform makes money whenever a user clicks on one of our listings. And number two is a subscription based service model. Our revenue streams are from three major sources: revenue from listing, number two, revenue from services, and revenue from affiliate partners, which becomes a major revenue start for us. Now I have Wahid Mustafa and Sankhyan explaining the technicalities about our platform.
What?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
okay. Our website, our application is a website which is written in the Flask framework in Python. For the database, we have used MongoDB, which is a cloud-based database.
And from the front end, I have written it in HTML using the materialized CSS as the front end CSS framework.
And now let us explore our website. When you visit our website, you'll reach our landing page. Like you will be able to see what our website is about, who we are, and what the website can do for you. To explore the website, scroll back up and click the Let's Explore page. Now this leads you to our registration where you can enter all your details, your city, upload your profile picture, and submit to register. And once you've registered, you'll be asked to verify your identity, as you can see in the left-hand side of your screen. And if you try to click anywhere else, it'll redirect you to a verification page. But
Please. Oh,
now
sorry.
we okay. So now we'll be using a verified user to demonstrate our features. So first is our home, where you can see your profile, your posts, etc. And we'll touch on the rest of the features as we go. Now we shall go to our destinations page. In the destinations page, you can see all the places that you can visit along with a description of the place and also other users who are visiting that place. You can even click on the names of those users to see their full details, their phone numbers, and you can even send them a DM within the website. Now, let us go back to the destinations and let us see how we can add things to our list. Now, you have to click the button and you will be redirected back to your dashboard, and you'll see that the place that you've selected is now in your planning to visit area. You can press the remove button if you no longer wish to visit. Now, there might be a place you want to visit which is not in our destinations list. So for that, we have to go to the search menu. Here we can type anything in the text field and press the search button and it'll autocomplete. Or you can click anywhere on the map and it'll fill that in for you. Now just write a short description of your destination and press add destination, and it'll be added to our list and to your profile as well. Now, we shall go to the bookings page where we can book flights to any location you would like to go. You can choose the date, you can choose the number of passengers, you can even choose which class you want to travel in. And then once you hit the search button, the API will start loading the flights that are available. And you can click the checkout link to be immediately taken to their website. That's all from the technical side of the website.
Well, what are you waiting for? Your next trip has to be planned with Groupie. No matter where in the world you want to go, we can help you get to there. We have a QR code scan and we have a link so that you also have a experience of our platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You can stop your sharing the screen. You can just press on the stop screen. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
what do
a
you
good
think,
one.
Aditya?
Okay, actually, you can hear me, right?
You can hear
Yeah.
me. Hello.
Yeah. That's a cool project, guys. Really good job with the presentation. I liked how you added the QR code at the end. That was nice. I think the audience would love the fact that they could just scan it and check out your repo. Really good job with that, guys. Cool. Hisham, I guess let's move on to the next team then. So, yeah.
Right. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Best of luck. Yeah. So,
What do you think, guys?
the
What do you think, Aditya?
travel platform really interesting. You got to give them credit for that, and the fact that the buddies, there's a couple of issues that we can I think sort out, but I think the whole buddy system thing works out really well, right? Especially for
right.
college students like us, dude. I can't afford a flight like that. I just can't. So it makes sense for people like us, and it's nice to have people to travel with. Yeah.
Exactly. And who wants to travel with their parents? Isn't it?
Yeah. I recently saw you, right? So traveling was like a whole mess. So yeah,
I know,
it's
right?
nice to
I
have
know,
like
right?
something for traveling. Yeah. And yeah, I think we have another team that's also the next team is actually Team Hacky Blinders. Love the love the play on Peaky Blinders. Got to give them like some brownie points for that. They're from the digital accessibility track, and they are also eligible for the Vicara motion tracking and analysis track. It's great to see people you like come up with like be part of the Vicara track, and yeah, like I mentioned before, right, Isham, these guys are eligible to win that extra 30K on top of the DevJams main prize.
I
Yeah.
know, right? And Vicara had an amazing track. So I mean, we got a lot of submissions for that track. I can see. And anyway,
Yeah.
let's just welcome team Hacky Blinders. I'm sure Cillian Murphy would be proud of you guys.
Yeah,
Or should
definitely.
I say, or should I say Thomas Shelby?
Yeah, good stuff. Wish you the best of luck, guys. We leave you to the presentation. Good job. Like, best of luck, guys.
Uh, Thank you for allowing us to present. I'll just begin with our presentation. Um, is the screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So that was basically the intro of our application, and we'll be moving forward to what are the problems which are presently faced by the people who are born speech impaired or have some kind of speech disorders. So the first problem is like the first scenario that we discovered is that more than 1.5% of the total population of India suffers from some form of speech disorder or is born speech impaired. This is as per a report by the National Survey Organization. And the very disturbing fact is that speech disabled people find it very difficult to speak in real life because there is no common language or there's no common format in which we can understand what they are trying to convey. And as we know that communication is a very important part of the human species, and when someone does not have that ability, it can feel very frustrating, and they obviously feel left out from the crowd. So obviously in real life, everyone doesn't understand sign language, which is used by the mute people. So this is what our problem was we came across. And the motto of the vocal app, the idea which gave birth to the vocal app was that everyone deserves a voice. This is the motto with which we built vocal. As technology advances, we often aim for newer and better approaches for solving problems, leaving behind the unorthodox methods. Like for example, we have the Google Translate API, which can translate one language to the other, and that has solved the problem of language barrier between people who live in any two different corners of the world. But there has been no such technological advancements in the domain of like in the certain domain of speech disabilities and speech disorders. So that is where vocal comes into play. So basically, I'll just explain how to use the website. Basically, we just open the website. You have to allow webcam and the audio permissions. We have to show any of the supported gestures, and then you can get vocalized. I'll be talking about the technologies which we have used in our website. So beginning with, we have used the hand recognition model. We made it from scratch using TensorFlow.js, adding all the different gestures which are currently supported in our app, and we also plan to add more gestures in the future updates. Then the second is the speech synthesis web API, which actually what it does is whatever prediction the model makes at a certain instant of time, it instantly converts it to voice in any of the two genders, and then it speaks it out loud. And the Google Translate API, which is being used in our app, you'll understand how we have used it. In the third one, we have used basically React.js for frontend, and fourth technology which we have used is Flutter for the app. So now we were very hesitant to build a business model because this is a novel task and it deals with a social cause. So we do not aim to earn any money out of it. Just to keep our app in store and to bring in further updates, we'll have to get some revenue methods, which I'll explain in the next slide. But the website and the app will be free to use in general. So this is basically a business model where first thing we talk about a membership. Our web app can be downloaded as an extension by our premium users, and used while in online meetings, so they can talk with people just completely on the basis of gestures. They don't have to say anything because of their disability. The second thing is through sponsors and AdSense, in-app ads, which will keep running in the ads. Obviously, when they take a premium membership, the ads will be completely removed. And obviously, we'll approach different NGOs around the country to see who can sponsor us and who can sponsor us for this noble cause. Then we talk about this subscription feature where we'll be adding more such gestures in our web app and application and support multiple languages. So like the since we have used the Google Translate API, so you can actually write. I mean, you can actually show the gesture and you can also choose the language in which it will speak out. So that feature will also be added in the premium subscription. And obviously the factor about security that they'll be able to log in and access the common database for the website and the app. So that was basically our business model. So this is a vocal mobile application, the demo of which will be given by Ishan in just a few moments. Basically, what it has is it has this awesome UI. What you have to do is there's this input box. As you can see, you enter certain text and you choose which language you want to speak that out in. And these are the gestures which are common to our website as well. And we'll be adding more gestures in the premium subscription of the app. So we have used Flutter and Flutter text to speech library and the translation API. So that's what. And this is the website. I'll be explaining you all about this in this. So let's move on to a presentation of the app and then our website. So Ishan will be taking forward from here.
Yeah, so basically, Shubhanu has shown you the website working actually, but basically, Shubhanu, I request you to just show me the app in the presentation itself because in the StreamYard, I can't share the app screen. So that's an issue. That's why I'll be not able to share the app screen.
Okay,
So
Ishan, I'll share the
yeah,
app
I'll be
here.
explaining the app through the uh, presentation itself, and then I'll be sharing the telling them that what is the uh, tech stacks and etc. things we have used for making the application.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so basically here we have our mobile application Vocal. So in this, what it does is that here I have provided a text box controller. So here, whatever the text will be entered in English in the app, and let's say we need to translate it to any other language. So it's not that we need to translate it and then enter in the app. Like let's say I have entered a sentence, I am going to school. So if I click on the button that I say please speak in English, so it says I want to go to school. Similarly, if I click on speak in Hindi, so it says like मैं school जा रही हूँ. So it's similarly it changes it as we can click on any of the language buttons. Similarly, like gestures are there as Shivanu has shown you inside the website. Similarly, we can click on these gestures and get the required output. So it will be easy for the mute people for communicating with the people who can't understand the sign language. And for making this particular application, we have used Flutter and text to speech library. And also for translating the text which will be entered in the text controller box, we have used the translation API. So that was it from for the app. And that is Shubhanu, you can continue.
Yeah, I'll continue with the website.
I guess Shubhanu is sharing his
Yeah, I'm
screen,
here.
right?
Is the screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
So do tell me if the voice is also audible.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it was audible.
Okay.
Hello.
So that is what you can choose whichever gender you want, and we say since we added the language support in our application, we did not involve it in our website. Obviously, if we do go for a premium subscription method, then we are going to add that. Now, like obviously, like there are other gestures. So
Hello.
hello everyone, and then
Good morning.
good morning, and there are other gestures like
Hey, how are you?
um, okay, I want to reply in a female voice.
I am fine.
Then you have
Excellent.
and then you have the normal that is yes, no, and
I am fine.
okay.
Yes.
Yes, and these are basically it. And obviously, thank you for
Thank you.
allowing us in this presentation, and we had a lot of fun building all this project. And last but not the least,
I love you.
all, and thank you again, the FJams, for giving us this opportunity to present at such a large scale.
Okay, I have a that was really cool. I'm kind of starstruck, like after the video and everything. Like
I know,
everything I
right?
thought you could do, you all make like punched up. Like you all make him better. Like gotta give you all credit. That was really cool, guys. I am in awe. I am running out of words. So yeah,
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It is our pleasure.
yeah. Amazing video. I love to see good video editing, and that was genuinely good animation.
I mean, when you started out, I saw the video and I was like, this is going to be good. I mean, that is what the vibe that I got from it. So, good job, guys.
Good job.
Thank you
And
so
you all
much.
handled the whole app thing really well. Like I know you all couldn't present your app, but you handled it really well. So kudos.
Yeah, that's why it took a little bit longer in the presentation. Sorry for that.
I mean, I can show the app, like I have it on my phone, but it will be actually inverted, so that's
So
what.
Shubhanu, like we only give 10 minutes for speech for
Yeah, I
every
understand.
pitch, so it would be unfair if we give you more time.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
So,
Completely.
Thank you,
anyways,
thank you.
guys, we will be moving on to the next team. Thank you so much for your really cool project, and yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye.
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 And yeah, best of luck. Hisham, I have to ask from a technical perspective, what do you think of that?
I think that the amount of machine learning and OpenCV that goes into something like that is quite intensive, and I mean, pulling that off in a hackathon is just salute, man.
Man,
Legend.
48 hours to pull something like that off, come up with a video, a presentation. That's a
And
lot.
not just a video. I mean, it was so good that it was one of the best videos I've seen among
It was a
any
good
pitches.
video.
Right?
Yeah, it was a genuinely good video. So yeah,
Exactly.
I think we need to stop fangirling about like team Hacky Blinders. We can move on to the next team now. So yeah, next team is Team Heavy Scam, and they are
Oh my
from the
God.
Hybrid World track.
The name itself.
Heavy
So
Scam
hybrid
indeed.
world.
Yeah,
Aditya, what do you think about hybrid world?
I have
With
I'm
Facebook
actually
naming itself Meta and all that.
yeah, with Meta it would be really cool, but I haven't genuinely like I'm the thing is these were the one of the only people who are in the Hybrid World track and are in the final 12 as well. So I'm kind of
I know,
excited to
right?
see what they have brought in, because we have seen submissions from Open Innovation, we have seen submissions from Digital Accessibility, professional tools, but Hybrid World and sustainability were those two things that we didn't see a lot of submissions from, and I'm
Exactly.
like
Yep.
really excited to see what these guys are presenting. Also, they are also eligible for the Vicara for developers by developers track, and yeah, cool. You guys, a lot of people loving the Vicara track. That's
I know,
really
right?
nice.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So guys, you can send them in. I guess right now. Right. Hello,
Hi
Divit.
there, Neil.
Hello.
Hello, Thaman.
Hello.
Hi, Rishi.
Hi, Rishi.
Hi.
I hope you're not scamming us.
No.
No.
Really
We
hope
are
not.
having you in anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry. I'm pretty sure you'll catch us if we are, so
Yeah. Best of
yeah.
luck, guys. You all got this.
Thank you.
So, yeah. See you in 10 minutes.
Best of luck.
Bye.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
So let me just start then. So good evening, everyone. We are Team Heavy Scam, and I'm accompanied by my teammates Divit Agrawal, Neil Ghoshal, and Rishi Malgwa. So the problem we are trying to solve today is the problem of online furniture shopping. So as of right now, what we normally do is we look for a specific space to fit a specific furniture, right? And then we go ahead and measure that space manually. And then after a few days, when we have to actually purchase it, we either forget or we have to look for the place where we have noted it down. So this is a very irritating and hard process. And one more additional thing is that obviously people on wheelchairs and stuff cannot measure as easily as we can, right, because of their disabilities. So we came up with the idea of furniture, which would be a one-stop platform for any kind of online furniture purchase. So what furniture essentially is, it is an app and a website, and the app is a one-stop place for any kind of problems you may face while shopping for furniture online, right? So we can automate the entire process, but in the sense that the first thing you do is obviously measure. So we have integrated a Unity measure tool into our app itself. So users can download our app and measure the dimension of any space, the vertical, horizontal plane. It will map everything, and it is done very seamlessly. So you can then measure that space, and then it will and from our custom API, it will generate all the furniture that will fit into that space. So let's say you're looking for a specific desk, right? So the desk has to fit in a space. And what happens normally is on Amazon, when you look for desk and you're finalized on one desk, that desk tends to not fit in that specific dimension, or it doesn't fit your dimension requirements. So we'll be eliminating all of these problems through our app and our website. So over to you, Divit.
Right. So our team consists of 4 people: Thaman Muthapa, Neil Ghoshal, Rishi Malgawa, and Devit Agrawal, which is myself. Now, talking about the features, see, furniture is not just an integration of a website, app, a backend, and a web scraping model. We are providing the ease of measuring distances through this new technology called augmented reality. And we also provide custom API that can scrape data from various websites, and we will fetch all the data of the furniture by dimensions, and we will be displaying them on the front end. Now, over to you, Rishi.
Okay, so I will walk you through our business model. So basically, we came up with 2 business model. Our first business model is that we will provide a freemium app in which user can make like some specific amount of request, and as as their limit exceed, we will charge them for like continuing the app. And our second business model is affiliate marketing. Like we all know, Amazon and Flipkart and like many websites provide affiliate links, so we can add that in our app, and if anyone purchase from that link, we can ask like we will get some minimal amount of commissions. And also we using their search data, we can also show them personalized ads. So yeah, now Neil will be walking you through our tech stack. Over to you, Neil.
Yeah. So for implementing our product, we have used a backend technology called Node.js, which we have used for server deployment and database applications. For the front-end integration, we have used React.js. For our AR applications, we have used AR Foundation and AR Core for plain dimensions and regulating all the measurements. And for web scraping, we have used Python and automated Python scripts, and we have developed that on Python and scraper. So moving on to Thaman. Thaman will give you the demonstration of our application and our website.
Yep. So I'll just walk you guys through the app. So as you can see on my screen, this entire application is built on Unity. So as you can see, we provide the user with 2 options, either to measure or view, or if they already have dimensions, we'll directly redirect them to our website so that they can enter the data manually and find furniture. I'll be showing you that in just a second. So let's assume that the user presses measure or view, right? So he clicks on measure. Let's suppose that he wants to measure the length and breadth, right? So you just click on length and breadth. We just wait for a few seconds for the plane to render. Just give it a few seconds. As you can see, the plane is rendering. So let's suppose I want to place a desk in this space. So as you can see, it's 34 inches by, let's say you want to make it this much, right? So 26.5. So you just directly click on buy now. It will redirect you to our website. So you can just enter 35 and 30. And since we have not measured a height, you can leave that out. So you just search, and then we provide you with 6 options. So as of right now, I want to show you the desk. So just click on desk. So just give it a few seconds to load up. So as you can see, a huge number of options show up for you to select from, right? Let's say I like this desk, right? So it will redirect you directly to the Amazon platform so that you can view extra features such as the delivery time and all of that. So yeah, as you can see, every single time, the furniture that we recommend is always smaller than the dimensions that you have inputted, right? So it is guaranteed to fit into your requirements. So it's, as I said before, it is a one-stop platform. So it would not be complete without you getting the look and feel of how the furniture would look in real space, right? So we have also implemented a view feature. So since I've already imported the measurement for length and breadth, so let's just click on desk for now. So let's just give it a few seconds for the plane to render. So give it a few seconds. Yeah. So you can see the plane is being rendered. So you can very easily just tap to place, and a desk will show up to give you a look and feel as to whether these dimensions would be right for you, right? So it's a pretty simple to use application, and it's a one-stop solution for everything. So we have also integrated the same into our website. I'll just be walking you through that right now. So let's say the user wants to just use a website instead of using the app, right? So you can just enter the dimension, like let's say 100, 100, and 100, right? So I've put in the height also this time. So let's say you're looking for a sofa this time, right? So just click on sofa. Just give it like 2 seconds, and it will give you all of these options. And again, as you click on it, it will show up, and every single time the dimension will always be less than your specified requirements. So Neil will walk you through our vision and our future scope. So Neil, over to you.
Okay, so to walk you through the vision of our product. First, we are basically we have implemented the database of our website from 3 major sites, that is Urban Ladder, Flipkart, and Amazon. We'll be implementing other databases and APIs after we move down the line into integrating our product into larger workspace marketplace, and we'll be integrating a large number of database of furniture. We'll also be for now what we have done is basically used models to show you the model that we showed you, that is basically what we have made till now that we achieved in this hackathon. What we'll also do later on is create more models so that you'll get a better look and feel of the product that you're trying to buy and you're trying to purchase of the specific dimension that you require. Also, what we are trying to do is basically integrate ourselves into a network of integrate our app in such a way that a whole network of users are able to get whatever furniture they want and whatever specific furniture they want and need without any manual hassle of actually measuring up, going to sites, talking to designers and stuff like that. So basically, this is a one-stop solution to any kind of furniture problem that you'll ever have. So thank you guys for listening to our presentation, and this was
Thank
it.
you. Yep.
That was amazing, guys. That was, I think I'm pretty sure whenever we're buying houses and things like that, we always come up with this issue. And whenever that happens at my house, I have to take a big scale and go around doing that. I think this is going to eliminate that for sure.
Yep.
Like, dude, imagine your dad just calling you, get the measuring tape, dude. We need to buy
Exactly
sofa.
that. I mean that is horror.
Don't worry, we'll
Amazing
be
idea.
rolling the app out and you can use it. It's going to be very easy.
Amazing,
Yep.
guys. Amazing.
Good stuff, guys. Really
Thank
like
you.
the presentation. Love those nice dots
Thank you.
everywhere. Cool stuff, guys.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool. What do you think, Aditya?
It really was. I think it solves a lot of real world problems. I like how they took the databases from actual websites that like people use, like Urban Ladder, things like these. Like these are websites people use when they have furniture problems, right? So
Right.
it makes their product more realistic and more feasible, and I really like that aspect about it. But from a
And I
technical
mean,
perspective, what do you think?
I think that not a lot of AR VR submissions come into hackathons, and this was one of them. And even if they do come, I haven't seen such amazing proper implementations of it. And I think this is one step into the metaverse, Aditya, as we said, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that people are experimenting with it, and I'm glad that we're
Exactly.
seeing submissions in the hackathon.
I mean,
Right.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, this turned out to be a pretty good project at the end of the day, and really best of luck to these guys. Let's see what happens. And
Yep.
okay, we have another team coming up. Hisham, would you like to tell us who they are?
Of course. So the team name is Lazy Sprinters. I see an oxymoron there, And the track is diversity and inclusion. Again, this is one of those tracks that do not come very often, Aditya. And I
Yeah.
think people thinking about all of this is in itself quite great. So, Team Lazy Sprinters.
Yeah, if
Uh,
the team is here, I think they will be joining
yep,
soon.
they are
Yeah,
here.
they're here. Great.
They're here.
Cool, guys. You all have 10 minutes. We will leave you all to it. And yeah, best of luck.
Best of luck.
Bye.
So, like, should we begin? Okay, let's start. Okay, we all can begin. So, Samatha, I'll share the screen. And I'll be sharing the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is. Just open the. I think his internet has. Oh, mera problem.
The thing is, so let's start from the PPT itself. Not audible?
Yeah, just go to the first slide. I guess you had some lag. Just go to the first slide of the PPT.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning. Yeah.
What the hell, my shit. 1 second. So one thing, you share the PPT, then I'll share. Then I'll share.
Okay. Fine. No issue. No worries. Yeah. Is it visible, Akash?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So we're Team Lazy Sprinters, and we've gone for the diversity and inclusion track, and we've come up with a product name as Aya. Now you must think that it's the Hindi term for come, but actually it's the Hindi term for a caretaker. We're a team of 4 members. 2 of us are facing internet difficulties, so I guess we'll go ahead. So quite a few months back, I was in Delhi in a hospital, and I saw an elderly person admitted for almost 2 months there. He had no caretaker apart from his son, who also had his work. So he had to manage his work as well as he had to manage his elderly father with medical requirements. Now, when I asked him why doesn't he just hire a caretaker, he said that finding a caretaker in a big city where both the like the husband and the wife are working, it's very difficult, and it's one of the most grave problems that we see because both the parents are working and they have to leave their newborns as well as if they have an elderly parents alone. And if you add medical requirements to the list, then the task of finding a good nanny or a caretaker is practically impossible. And there is no established system in place where nannies or nurses can offer their services in a safe and secure and a credible manner. So what we have made is a website which has 3 portals: the caretaker portal, the client portal, and the admin portal. And we have implemented various guidelines in order to ensure security, safety, and credibility. And the main objective of the project was to connect the caretakers who have been let off during the pandemic and are struggling to find jobs. And the only way of them getting jobs is word of mouth, which again it's not very useful. So as for the solution, we have made multiple modules. I'll go walk you through each module. So the first module is the registration module, of course, which handles the verification of the clients as well as the service providers to ensure credibility. We have the service providers portal where they can register the patients and can generate and can view the client requests as well as accept or reject them. Then we have the client portal where they can register a patient and see if any
caretaker or a service provider matches the qualifications. We've also added a review engine, which is highly beneficial given it betters the decision making process, and we have added it on the part of both the client and the service provider. As for the safety and security, in the cases of emergency, we have added an SOS or a red alert module, which will alert the local police station as well as an emergency contact if that button is pressed. So the process flow is, if you register and you're not verified by the admin, then you cannot log in and you cannot raise a request. However, if you register on the part of both the client and the service provider, you can the admin verifies you, then you can log in and generate patient requests, which can be seen by the service providers, and based on that, they can accept it. Now, there were a few challenges that we faced, such as the security, which was solved by the SOS, as I told you. So the basic challenges were how to ensure credibility, safety, security, and the cost and payment. So the credibility we solved in the prototype, we solved it by including an admin portal. But in real life, there are third-party services such as Auth, which does the background check of each individual who registers on any platform. For the safety and security, we have implemented the SOS service. And for the cost and payment, the cost is calculated based on the skills and qualifications of the service provider, and as well as the time. The tech stack that we have implemented is, for the backend, we've used Node.js runtime environment along with Express. For the front end, we've used React with Redux state management. For the database management, we've used Firebase and Mongo. And for the review engine, we've used Flask, Spacey, Keras to train the model on the IMDb dataset and perform sentiment analysis. So this is the design of the portal. We'll be going ahead with the demo as well. So what are the advantages of Haya? In comparison to other services out there, it is quite easy to use. It is highly credible, safe and secure. And one of the most important reasons to use this platform is it's quite fast. All other platforms require you to mail and then receive back a mail with only a one service provider which you have to accept or reject. But here we offer the options of choice. The challenges that we had was the basic database and schema design was quite tough, since we're making almost 3 portals, and the integration as well, and the OTP verification services, which we eventually managed through the node mailer npm package and the Vonage API. The future scope of this project is endless, implementing the payment portal using quick AI match instead of just location or filters such as medical requirements for matching the service providers with the client. And as I said before, integration of third-party services. Our business policy aims at subscription-based policy, where first of all, you'll get a free service where you get to register limited number of patients as well as requests, and a subscription policy for the use of other facilities and increasing the number of requests. Now we'll go ahead with the demo. Yes.
I will share this. Am I audible, right?
Yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so this is the basic landing page of the portal. And here we can sign up as well as log in. So we can sign up as a client or a service provider, and we need an OTP for the same. If we enter a phone number, we have used that through the Vonage API, which gives you the service. And after that, the basic registration forms for the client and the service providers are the same, except for the fact that we collect the certificate details for the service provider if they are medically certified nurse, and we collect various details such as PIN code, the local police station phone number, the emergency phone number. For the service provider, we also collect the daily fees and basic details such as the Aadhaar card and the display picture, and we are storing all of that in the Firebase, and we're getting a link through that. So we have already gone and registered clients as well as service providers. Now we'll go ahead and log in as an admin and show you how the verification procedure will take place once the client or the service provider has registered on the portal. So here we can see the unverified profiles which the admin has to verify. And if he clicks on that, then yeah, he can see all the details and he can open the Aadhaar card. Right now we've just uploaded a sample PDF, and he can view the display picture, and he can approve or reject the client on based on these buttons. Yeah. And the same goes for the excuse me, same goes for the service provider as well. Here they can also see the degree and certificate, and the two functionalities that we have offered, that is the nanny and the nurse. Yeah. Now if we just go ahead and we'll try to raise a request as from the client side. Client, login as a client. Yeah, so this is the landing page for the client where they can initiate a booking request with the patient details. So this is the patient form where they can raise a request and add details such as the requirements of the patient, such as the medical requirements, the time at which the medicines are to be supplied, as well as the start time and the end time, start day and end day, so that they can register it, accept the request based on pin code as well. Yeah, if we just go ahead and show it. Yeah, so we also have to upload the Aadhaar card of the patient as well as the display picture of the patient. Yeah, so here we supply the notes as well as the description. Yeah, so if we submit, then we'll see the service providers who are here, who are suitable to our requirements, and we can view the ratings, reviews, as well as we can send a request. Yeah, so here you can see the reviews as well as the requests that are the request. We can generate a request. So if we just go ahead with the login of the service provider. Yeah, so right now we did not raise any request, but if we raise a request, then we'll see the request raised here, and we can accept or reject that request. Yeah, so that is our project. Thank you.
Hey guys, yeah, you all went a little over time. I would really suggest the groups to not
because
I gave your concessions for internet connectivity, and after that, you all went
fine.
overtime. So, just as a clarification, again, this is a stream. We have a lot of teams on here. Please try not to go overtime. It doesn't just hamper you; it hampers teams ahead of you as well. So, not the best thing to do for your competitors. So yeah, please try not to go overtime from next time. Anyway, guys, really cool project. I love that you all went for the diversity and inclusion track. So yeah, good stuff, guys. Really good presentation as well.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Saltya, what do you think?
I actually like that project. I know I might sound a little harsh on them because I kind of went off on them for the time, but I really appreciate, timings. So yeah, but
know,
I
right?
actually genuinely like that project, and it was about diversity and inclusion, and it was cool. And the best part, what I liked about them was, they thought out about police stations and those important details as well. Especially in hackathons, you tend to leave out those small, finer details. But
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
these guys made sure to add that as well as an OTP verification. Like, good stuff, honestly.
I know, right? And generally in hackathons, people don't really focus on the authentication, and these guys paid a lot of attention to that. So I'd have to commend that part.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, the next team. This is the next team here.
I think we're waiting on them. It's team. I'm not sure. Like, this is funny to say on stream, but yeah, Team Pimpu. Yeah, Team Pimpu. They're under the professional tools. Yeah, under professional
And
tools.
they're also in the CrowdStrike. I think for the sponsor track, CrowdStrike, right?
Yeah, CrowdStrike, our diamond level sponsor. Like, yeah, the Team Pimpu is also under the CrowdStrike prize. So they are, CrowdStrike was giving away internship opportunities. So yeah, they're eligible
Yes,
to win those
exactly.
as well.
So
And yeah,
let's invite them.
let's invite them up here on stage and we can present.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Raghav. Hi,
Hello.
Ritvik.
Hello. Hello.
Best of luck, guys. Your 10 minutes will be starting, and yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
I'll tell you if you can.
I think you should be able to see
Yep.
my screen.
Yeah, can you slideshow it?
Okay.
Okay. So good evening, guys. Ritik and I will be explaining our project. So our project is called Secure Two-Factor Authentication using feature extraction and voice recognition. Now, as the name suggests, our main motivation and importance for the project comes from the fact that, how Binance and other second two-factor authentication methods work. Some of them work like OTP being sent to your phone, OTP being sent to your email, rather, and Binance, if you can go to the next slide, Ritvik, you can see it works as a slider, like the picture was mentioned, like as the picture shows, it works as a slider. Now, talking about Binance, this method can easily be bypassed by making a simple Python script with a 0.1 or a 0.2 speed. And when you slide it, you're in. Talking about OTP being sent to your email, imagine, like we all do, at least what I do, my Gmail is always logged into the system. And if my laptop is in hand with some other person, if he comes into the system and if he logs in through Google, he's into the system. So those are the two things we're planning to solve through our two-factor authentication method. And the way we're planning to do is using a feature extraction library, pre-existing library, which is called meda.js. That works with the features being extracted called MFCC, which are called Mel Frequency Septal Coefficients. And how it'll work is when we'll be signing up, the user will be giving the login credentials like a normal login portal. And the second stage of the login portal would be to record a voice. Now, the system, when you record the voice, the phrase, the system will extract some features and keep it in the database. Now, when the user will log back in, give the credentials, and the second step of the authentication, the user will speak the phrase out. It'll compare the two features which have extracted using a statistical model. And if they're somewhat in the range, it'll log us in. So that's what we're planning to solve, and that's the main crux of our project. Ritik, you can go ahead with the...
Okay, so I'll show the implementation. So here is a landing page for the project. One second. Now, as Raghav mentioned before, so we plan to have our own secure authentication system for pre-existing websites to log in the people. So for example, if I try to log in over here, I sign up for an account. So I'll just call it test12, tester12, and I'll just enter some email and a password. So this is where our project actually comes into place. So we'll have the user speak any certain phrase, and we'll ask them to record it. Now with this recorded voice, we're going to extract the features of the voice and store the key value into the database. And the next time anyone tries to log in, they'll have to say this specific phrase again, and we'll be extracting the features from that voice. And then using our own statistical model, we'll see if it matches or not. So for example, right now I'll say the phrase banana is a berry. So banana is a berry. Now, when I stop it, it automatically downloads it, and it doesn't download it to the downloads folder. It'll push it back to the directory folder. And when I click on run over here, so here, as you can see, my key value is 5.12. Now, I've only displayed it for you guys to see right now so you can understand. But obviously, this will not be displayed to the user. So when I press on continue, then the item gets saved to the database. So once again, we have an admin, the tester12, right? When I show you through the admin panel, as you can see that the tester12 user was created and it was stored into the database. And so for now, again, after this, I'll try and log in and show it to you. So if I go to the login page now, if another website has to incorporate this security feature in their website, so they'll just have a login feature because the database is going to be with us, and they would have created their account before, like how it's done on Google. So for example, tester12, if I enter the same password, and here comes the same voice part. Now I'll use the same phrase, and I'll say try to like I'll say it in a very similar way. So banana is a berry, and as you can see, the value is 4.7. But and when I try to run this, it says that it's logged in because this value was relatively close to a statistical model. So we've given a buffer of 15%. And after this logs in, it sends a post request, which will allow the user to authenticate into any website. Now, I'll just show you a false positive. Now, if I show again the tester12, and I try to say it in a little shrill voice. So if you guys want, you can turn your volume down a little bit, but banana is a berry. Okay, so when I go here, it's a little higher than the average, so it's not going to log it in because it did not come into the same specific range of that. So we could try again over here, and basically this is the main crux of our project. Now, as the Binance thing suggested, if I can just show it to you, Binance slider, we can easily manipulate this by logging in to the Binance thing. And now a big major concern that a lot of people had, we also had with this project, was that if somebody's outside, how would they log in because of the external noise in the project? So for this, what we plan to incorporate is that, first of all, we'll be doing the additional noise removal for the project, and also we will have an OTP system. Now, along with the recording voice. So, for example, if I record voice, my name is Ritvik Goel. So, to this voice, we'll also be adding a a speech to text recognition, which will compare the value. And if the quote is same, then it won't directly authenticate it. Then it will put it to another test of OTP verification, just so that we can have another layer of security if the user is outside, or if the user is in a place where he or she is not able to speak. So that's the main crux of our project. And I think, Raghav, would you like to add something else?
Yeah. Also about the features that we did extract, I think we did extract the MFCC features, which are ZCR, zero crossing rate, RMS, root mean square, and NOG. These are the three features that we extracted, which are basically the time domain features. And we worked on that especially, and basically made a statistical model, compared both of them. And as Ritik showed, if it lied in the upper bound and the lower bound of the value, it does log you in. Otherwise, like, it doesn't. How we showed you both the test cases.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So right now what we've done, our statistical model includes ZCR, RMS, and energy. And in total, there are 12 MEL frequency coefficients. So we plan to incorporate about 6 to 7, because we want to, because in every statistical model, there's always a peak point where the accuracy is the highest, and after that it dips. So day to day, our main goal is to find the peak where we'll be at least 95% accurate with our model, which we are relatively accurate, but we would like to always be more accurate because it's a matter of security.
Right. So we do have some future work, like Ritik said, to increase accuracy, to denoise. Imagine you're in a crowded space. You can't have someone, there's music playing, there's DJ blaring his music. We are planning to denoise all of that as well, to keep it as accurate as possible. So that's with respect to our future work. And we do plan to integrate it as a plugin, like how Ritik mentioned.
Yeah. So what we would like to incorporate this as a basic plugin. Now, when we go to any website which has authentication, for the ease of in accordance for the ease of the user, the website incorporates a sign in with Google, or sign in with Apple, sign in with Microsoft. So just like that, we want to have our own specific block over there, like sign in with our authentication system. Right. So we plan to call this R3 authentication system, because the 3 is so that if, for example, if the user is outside, then they can use the third layer, which is the OTP layer for the authentication.
Yeah, I think that wraps up our project.
Yeah, that wraps up our project.
Yes.
So,
yeah,
that was an amazing presentation, guys. I think that two-factor, the Binance portion you mentioned, it is really easily surpassable, and any two-factor or three-factor authentication like this would actually help security companies more, especially when it concerns banks and crypto wallets and things like that. So
Yeah.
really nice thinking on the security side of it. Technically as well, I think the features that you extracted and how you put them together was amazing. What do you think, Aditya?
I actually like it, like you were mentioning for the previous project, right? We don't see a lot of these security projects in hackathons.
Exactly.
I really think Mr. Sudhakar from the CrowdStrike session today morning will be very happy to see the security project make it into the top 12. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff,
Yeah,
guys.
cool.
Best of luck.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You guys have a nice day. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See you all. Bye.
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 What
So
do you
yeah,
think,
Shah,
Aditya?
I'm quite excited about it. Personally, I'm not a security expert, but from the little talk that we saw in the morning, this kind of got me interested, and I'm glad to see that these people, they made it onto the top 12. And yeah, they're also eligible for the CrowdStrike track, which is amazing. Again, so many sponsor tracks up in the top 12. It's pretty great to see.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I know, right? So the next team which is going to come, the name is again quite unique. The name
Yeah,
says
indeed.
"Risk hai to ishq hai." So,
Yeah.
and this is the Grow sponsor track, revolutionizing investments in India. And I'm so happy to see, there. I mean, every second or third track we are saying is actually a sponsor track, and that is quite amazing from participants. So
Yeah. We're very glad that you all chose the sponsor tracks. This is also part of the open innovation track as well. So yeah, let's see what these guys have to offer.
hello Abhinav, hello Harsh.
Hi guys.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Cool. We will leave you all to it. Best of luck for the next 10 minutes. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so our project is Exchange, and we are in the Open Innovation track and Growth Sponsorship track. A very good evening to all the audience present here. So the motivation behind this project was that the stock markets crashed during the COVID pandemic, in the initialization of COVID pandemic, and Nifty and Sensex indexes were cut down to 50%. In such a time when even students and everyone was at home due to lockdowns, they started working online, and they had much time to explore other opportunities. One of them was stock markets. So when new users enter stock markets, they usually think it's gambling, and they tend to follow YouTube videos or normal blogs, which just tell that you can buy the stocks, or they just predict that what is the next level of the stock market going to be, but no machine learning algorithms they can predict the COVID crash or any other important event that can happen suddenly. So they tend to invest, and then they tend to lose money. So the hype was created in the market that the market has crashed, which led to increase in retail investors, because they thought this is a time to invest money and earn profits, but they didn't know if it would fall further or if it would rise. Because if it would fall further, they would treat it as gambling. If it would rise, then they would follow the same methods that they were following, but that was wrong. Yeah. So now at September 21, where we are, the markets were at all time high. Okay.
So yeah, as Rishabh said that the markets are at all-time high. So basically, what's the objective and problem finding behind this particular issue? So we understand there is a kind of a misunderstanding in the stock market, and the investor of the stock market just assume that they are kind of just spectators and they are lucky enough to earn some profits. And whenever any newcomers come to the market, they don't know the prerequisite of entering into it, and they find the whole process complex. And of course, they don't directly derive to the wrong conclusions, and they believe that they can directly depend on the stock predictors to earn some short-term profit, but they are not having a clear picture how should they plan their financial journey. So this is how like we came to our this whole picture, and we have tagline like invest like a pro. So it's a one-stop solution for any individual to plan and succeed his financial journey.
I would like to more describe this in a way like it's a stock market terminal with all the features one need to ace a stock market journey, or we should say equity journey. Basically, we are providing a visualization dashboard with a historical pattern analysis. So, what do I actually mean by historical pattern analysis? Let's just create a scenario behind that. Scenario be like, let us assume that we are currently in January 2020. So, we believe that we know that we currently know that the stock market is going to crash in March 2020. But at that particular point, as a retail investor who is just following the tips and tricks by some news influencers and the rumors in the market, I didn't know what to do with my investments and what should my decision making. So basically, at that particular time, we didn't know about the how to track this particular market with respect to the pattern. So currently, we are providing the historical pattern analysis of the stock market, such that if any users wants to analyze this particular stock with his history, with the respect to the news and the rumors that was present in that particular date range, he should have a better sense of his decision in future. So basically, we want to just summarize in a way like if the future comes with a COVID crash once again, the user and the retail investor should be able to do some analysis regarding the COVID crash, and you should have a better decision making. We also support the fact that we are not supporting any machine learning algorithms and predictors because we believe that the user human cognitive power is much more eligible to do and make his own financial decisions. So this is how we are making this particular project. The tech stack that we are using is a Node.js server. And for the data part, we have used the NEC download library. That is a Python stack basic library. And for the we have written the code in the Express.js scripts, and we have used Bootstrap for the front end part. So this is how we are moving, and let's move to the implementation. For the implementation, let me give Lushav a current scenario that he wants to analyze the Reliance from 9 September 2021 to 9th October 2021. So basically, we have a span of 1 month, and we can go extend to 2015 also. Because currently we are building a current prototype, so we are focusing on building a current for a small amount of data. But as we have some open source reference, we can move on to the large extent of data also. So let's move to the implementation part.
Okay, so this is the homepage of our website. Once a user lands on the homepage, he'll be able to see Sensex indices charts, Forex charts, and top stocks chart. So after that, user can analyze accordingly. This is just the homepage. We'll go to each of the features one by one. And over here, we have provided important events that have happened happened in the course of the stock market journey from 1990 to 2020, where user can analyze how the stock market went to a rise or how the stock market fell badly. So the first feature is a visualization terminal.
Yeah. So yeah, I can.
Sorry, I have to I logged in now. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the visualization terminal. User can fundamentally analyze the company, which is very important. So for example, I want to choose a company today and I want to invest in the company. So I can choose a company, and when I click on get data, it will show the profile of the company and the candlestick chart using which I can
clicked on SBIN.
Yeah, so I can see the profile of the company and the candlestick chart. This is the issue of internet or something.
It's loading.
Yeah, so this is the profile. So now I can fundamentally analyze the company and then decide on if I want to invest in the company or not. This is all on the basis of the present value. The technical analysis of the company is also given. So one misconception about stock market is that it is based on prediction, but we are telling that it is based on reaction. So users should know how to react once the thing has happened. So what not to do is more important than what to do. So this helps in that, and then moving directly to the analysis part and the trading terminal.
So this is the trading terminal that we are offering.
So this trading terminal is currently designed to customize the user with selected date range. So user can enter the start date and end date with respect to what the analysis he want to do. So let's assume that the Rushabh enters 9 September as a starting date and let 9th October as an end date. So what we are actually pretending and giving an analysis to the user, we will give a Reliance stock is currently Reliance. So this currently trading chart is going to be reacted with the day-to-day prices from 9 September to 9th October. And with respect to the news and the rumors in the market at that particular point of time itself. So the user will have a current point of single one stock analysis of both stock chart and the news itself on the same dashboard. Also, to give a user a risk-free analysis hands-on experience, the user can also purchase that particular stock on 9th September prices itself. So this will give a hands-on experience like what should be the investment value at that particular moment, so that he can have a good portfolio generation. So this will give a hands-on experience to the user in a risk-free way, and definitely can also do analysis of stock chart and rumors in the news in the market at the same moment. We are providing a virtual cash of rupees 1 lakh rupees, and the user can use that particular virtual cash to use this particular tool. Also, we are providing a data of 2015. User can do this particular analysis also.
Yes.
Also,
So
we would like to show some important COVID-19 crash. We have different customization crash, and this will help us to generate some revenue model from this particular product itself. So this is the COVID crash of Reliance itself, and we have customized this with respect to the users, and we have provided some analysis of the news itself. We have given the news with respect to the positive, negative, and the neutral news. This will help the user to has an experience like how the stock chart has been reacted with respect to the news itself. Yeah. So let's move on to the point where we are actually standing out. I would like to compare this particular terminal with the current terminals and the Zerodha and the new generation that is going to the stock markets. Basically, we are providing it's a risk-free hands-on way with respect to the historical pattern analysis itself. What that particularly mean? It's a kind of a unique way, and the novelty is going to be very uniquely in that particular way, because we are providing a risk-free analysis at the same moment we are providing the news and the rumors on the same dashboard itself. We are encouraging the human cognitive power rather than supporting the machine learning algorithms and predictors currently available in the markets. So, great.
Yeah, that marks
So
our
this was it,
presentation.
and we hope that we can help you acing in our journey.
Hi guys, 10 minutes are up. Yeah, Hisham.
I think that as a person who's just started investing in stock markets and crypto as well, I think this is something that is really going to help me, increase my financial literacy. And I'm pretty sure that all of the other young people out there who are finally get raising awareness about issues like this would definitely help them. And yeah, that was amazing, guys. We
Thank
wish
you.
you the best of luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
thank
job,
you,
guys.
and
Thank you.
it's a great event and a great supporting team also. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job, guys. Best
Thank
of
you.
luck. Okay, yeah, that was it from Team Risk Hai To Ishq Hai.
Oh,
Indeed.
what a name! Reminds me of the song. Have you heard it?
I haven't. I'm not the most like fond of songs, but yeah, Risk Hai To Ishq Hai indeed. So yeah, Hisham, what do you think from a technical perspective?
I think that they use the exact proper correct tech stack, I would say. So when I was looking at this during the tech reviews, I thought that what would be the best tech stack to do this, and I think they used the one that I thought in my brain. So that was one thing that clicked. And secondly, I mean, yeah, the idea is it's quite amazing. I feel that this would definitely help people, and it is a sponsor based track, so of course they are eligible for that price as well. So
Yeah, they're
I guess.
eligible for growth T-shirts as well as an internship opportunity. So yeah, that's really cool.
Yep,
And
exactly.
I think we have another team, Hisham. Would you like to introduce them?
Okay, sure. So we have team. Okay, I don't know how to say this. I would say UWU, UWU, team UWU, and their track is accessibility, which is quite great. It is again one of the few tracks that is again not very common. So
Yeah, they are also eligible for they're in the rent track, which is a diamond sponsor for us. So, yeah.
exactly. So
If the
team UWU,
team Uvu is here, hi Jet, hi Rishabh, hi Ashita.
hi Ishita,
Hi guys. Yeah, you all have a good 10 minutes. Make good use of it. Best of luck, guys.
best of luck.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. So we today, the team Uwu, presents to you WaterCart AI. So what is WaterCart AI and why have we built this? Before coming to that, I'll just introduce my team to you all. If you could just go back. Yeah. So we have Jayat Shah, we have Ishita Dasgupta with us here, we have Arpan Ghosh, and it's me, Rishabh. So why did we build this project? As the COVID-19 came up, this small local vendors, especially the people who used to sell clothes. I live in Kolkata. I live near the Bada Bazaar area, and I see a lot of clothes shops on the road. So they essentially came to a standstill. People started buying online. People who used to stay there itself didn't want to come out of their houses, and their businesses got disrupted. Now, we tried to come up with a solution for this. Amazon, Flipkart, these companies do have solutions for these. They are coming up with small e-commerces. Amazon is coming up with a separate line itself for small e-commerces. But we try to do something different, and that is what we'll be talking about today. So coming up first is the multi-hot system, which we have enabled on our platform, where buyers and sellers both can register. So then we come to our unique AI-enabled chatbot assistant. Over there, you can essentially just tell them what the product you need to buy, and that will be added to your cart, and you can check out. Now comes the payment. So for payment, we have integrated Stripe and our owned RenVM. So RenVM essentially helps us make Bitcoin payments on the Ethereum chain itself. So that's something very fantastic, and that's what we have tried to integrate in our platform itself. Now we come up to the genetic algorithm. So the genetic algorithm is the one which is the unique thing for the sellers itself. So this algorithm essentially ranks sellers based on the distance, prices, availability, and the ratings. So this is how we categorize the products. More will be coming up when Ishita shows the demonstration. Now we come to the virtual try-on, which is our USP of the application. So the virtual try-on essentially helps you to see if you fit into a cloth, if you like the product. So every cloth differs on the basis of your skin tone, on your body size, and a lot of other factors. And that is what virtual try-on helps us. It is very similar to the Lenskart ka Spexy is the new sexy, and that is what we have tried to integrate here. And the last but not the least is a smooth face-based authentication system, along with the positional coordinates for our recommended system to work upon. Now, handing over to Ishita.
Thanks, Rishabh. So moving on, I would like to first highlight some of the main features of WaterCard. So first, we have the virtual try-on assistant, which lets users have an idea of their personalized look, which is a super cool thing as for us. And also, we have a real-time sentiment analysis wrapped star rating system. We also have a genetic algorithm ranking the local as well as the branded fashion units, giving all an equal chance. We have a voice-based ordering chatbot and topping it all a portal, connecting the selling units with the users, making it all totally seamless and wonderful. So now a little about the architecture of AutoCAD. So it's totally made in Django and powered by superior quality design to intrigue our users. So the front end is mainly made on Bootstrap and Night Owl CDN, providing state-of-the-art UI. And we have decided to go ahead with Django because the heart of it is Python, and a lot of our deep learning frameworks, obviously we know that they work super well with Python. So that's why we decided to use Django. And also the Django model gives us a boost by overriding the base user model, for which we can easily develop the multi-authentication framework. And the user section also comes with the chatbot, which is totally made in Rasa NLU. And the cart in the model is maintained by a session store, which helps in the product ID filtering procedure. We also have the voice-based technology using IBM Watson speech-to-text API, which is integrated in our chatbot as well. And for the face recognition, we have Facelive and OpenCV. So topping it all, we have a two-layer security for the application, thus enabling to have like full trust of the users in our application. And for the virtual try-on assistant, we have used TensorFlow Postnet essentially, and also with like a single stage joint detection and tracking algorithm for that. And the application is wrapped end-to-end by integrating a Stripe and Ren payment facility system. So now, since we feel that WaterCart is an industry-ready application, we moved on to some serious stuffs. That is the business model. So our key partners are mainly the local retail stores, the independent fashion units, and the branded companies and fashion stores. And our key activities will be integration of all the microservices that we're providing, boosting customer relationship, and offering remote, efficient, and secure payment gateways, and also the virtual assistants. And our unique value propositions has already been highlighted in the earlier slides and under the main features portion. And our customer segments would mainly be high spenders or cart abandoners, like who decided to do long, online shopping in the last moment, probably, and like registered browsers or even inactive browsers, or the younger generation to the elder generation, all can make use of our applications. And finally, we also wanted to make money out of the application. So for the farmer, we would vastly use the social media marketing platform along with like Twitter, Facebook, Discord bots, which would send out notifications respectively. And also we decided that 1% for every user transaction would be donated to WaterCard. And the fashion owners also have to pitch in a small regulatory fee in order to be advertised into our application. So this is how like WaterCart lives up to the values of society by promoting integrity, performance, innovation, relationship, and compassion. So now we would like to move on to the application demo, the fun part. So firstly, we have a multi-authentication system having both the seller and customer logins. First, we will just log in as customer and show you the basic workflow. So once you log in, we will be redirected to the order list for the customer. So here you can see all the different products listed, and we have our chatbot right here in the corner here. So what it does is that if you can add any item of your choice, any fashion apparel or accessory that is present in our cart or in our application, and we can store it in a temporary session, which we can also check using the keyword list and remind it all of it is coded in Rasa and NLU in the backend. So then we can also type the keyword checkout, which will add all the items to the cart directly. So this has been specifically done for like the disabled people or even the elderly generation to like give them a chance to navigate easily through our website. So now this is the order checkout page. So from here, I would like Rishabh to go on.
Yeah, sure. So for the payments, we have essentially added both the Stripe payment and the buy with rent. So we can show you the buy with rent functionality first. So essentially transfer with BTC first. Okay, so transfer with rent BTC essentially works is, for now, Jait, you can maybe reject the transaction because it will take 15 to 20 minutes and we don't have that much time. But yeah, if you can reject it, I'll elaborate more on it. So, and transfer BTC, if you could show that once, Jait. Transfer BTC there itself on the first button. Yeah. So 1 second. Yeah. So there are two features essentially. You can close this tab, Jet, if you want to. So the transfer BTC essentially works is that you can have the BTC essentially deposited in this BTC address which we gave, and that is our own portal's address. There the BTC is transferred, and when the seller ships the product, the shipper tells us that yes, the product has been delivered, then the person can claim it. And the rent BTC works essentially on the Ethereum chain itself. So the transactions are a bit faster, and that has the same process. We couldn't integrate the seller side of it yet, but we'll definitely be doing that after that. And this is the pay with card. So here we have integrated Stripe for now, and this is the test API of Stripe. Here you can essentially add your details, your CVV, and pay with the INR. So yeah, here you go. You have essentially shopped from our page. Yeah, Ishta, you can continue.
Sure, yeah. So now the other very unique portion of our application is the genetic algorithm, which you have been hearing a lot from beginning. So what it does is specifically it takes in a combination of ranking, reviews, and distance between the users and the sellers, and it ranks the vendors according to that ranking metric. So this has been done to give all the sellers a very genuine and honest ranking system, because like there are several generic fashion items which are of superior quality or even cheaper and more authentic in local retail stores, which are tend to be overlooked in current online shopping apps. So this was our entire motivation for this algorithm, and we also wanted to cut down on the delivery prices and also the speed of delivery of the items as well. So here we also have a sentiment analysis section. So here in real time, the star ratings can be updated based on positive and negative comments. And then we would like to show the virtual try-on framework once, because I think we're running out of time, Jed, so we can probably skip this. So the virtual try-on assistant is basically like we can upload any picture and our try-on will output the predicted look. So you can see that the uploaded image and the image with the apparel on it will be made visible to the user, and the single stage joint detection and tracking algorithm has been used behind it. So now before wrapping up, we'd just like to go briefly to the seller section once, where independent selling units, branded fashion stores and local fashion stores all can log in, and you can update the order status of each of your customers. So yeah, here Jayat is showing right now. And like we can select a list of products, quantity, price, and category, and we can update it for each of the particular product that a seller has. And we can also add new products by giving the respected fields. Here, as you can see, these are all the sellers products. And before wrapping up, just the registration page, we would like to show where we are taking in the geolocation coordinates. Um, uh, yeah, so the geolocation coordinates are used in the genetic algorithm for ranking the vendors selling the particular drug. So yeah, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, this is a really cool presentation, really like on the bar of time. Yeah, yeah, good stuff, guys. I really professional looking website, I have to say. Yeah, lots of colors.
Team one, you can head on over to StreamYard.
Hisham, would you like to continue from here?
Yeah, of course. So I think I got some sort of a disturbance, but I guess fine now.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it was pretty great. I loved the fact that there were so many features in it. That was one of the parts that sort of amazed me. I mean, you guys implemented all of that in 2 days. I think not even 3 days. So there was voice ranking, there was virtual try-ons, and then there was blockchain payments and Stripe payments. I mean, that is a step towards the future. And I mean, all in all, it was quite complete as a project, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I'm
great
saying. Like,
job,
it
guys.
looks super professional. So good job, guys. Good job.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, team.
Cool. So yeah, Hisham, we got a really good project. This is for the Rand track, right? So pretty good stuff. These guys are also eligible to win that 1,000 USD from Rand. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, right? And the best part about this was that since we are moving towards a sort of a decentralized finance world, at least in my view, people finally integrating blockchain payments in their portals like this would actually put us into the future, in my opinion. So
Yeah,
that was
fact
something that really impressed me.
is, with most of these like hackathon projects, I wouldn't expect them to integrate blockchain payments as well, right? That in
I know,
itself is
right?
such a big deal, and I'm genuinely proud of these guys for accomplishing that. So yeah,
I know, right?
yeah, I'm not sure the tech stack they use. You'd probably know more about me, like more than me about that. But yeah, really cool project. Really enjoyed the presentation as well, and also yeah, Team Ufu indeed. Yeah. Yeah, we'll wait for the next team who we have. So, Hisham, would you like to add some more comments about this, or should we move
So
on to
one of the things that I really liked about this, I mean, it was a very organized sort of portal, I feel, because there was Django at the heart of it, and then there was everything built around Django. And I mean, something like that generally doesn't really come up whenever you're working with different team of developers, right? People generally split up their projects into several parts, and yeah, this had one thing at the core, and I think that was something that I found quite impressive. And
Yeah,
there
man.
were so many features. I mean, did you see that tech diagram? There were so many things in it. I couldn't keep a track of it. I was like,
It was
wow.
a really cool diagram, yeah.
I
So
know,
yeah,
right?
I think we've been a little fangirly about this team as well. Cool stuff. I think next we have Team One from the Open Innovation track, and they're also eligible for the Grow Revolutionizing Investments in India track. So yeah, Team One, we'd love to have you on stage. Hi guys.
Hi,
Hello,
so
guys.
hello.
Yeah,
I love
your 10 minutes begin now. Go ahead. Best of luck.
So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So like basically the idea that we are promoting is Trade Arena. The name of our application is Trade Arena, and the basic thing we are promoting is making trading competitive. So like this is the idea. We are a group of 3 third-year students. So basically, like we have been doing competitive coding since our first semester. So, and main motivation in competitive coding came from the fact that okay, my friend had solved more problems than me. He was like on an upper position on leaderboard than me. So I'll have to pull an all-nighter and like leave him behind and learn all the stuff that he has. And moreover, I can learn something from him as well if I'm stuck with a problem. So that was the stuff with peer coding. So that is something we missed in trading or investments. So we came up with an idea of competitive trading or peer trading. That's what we have accomplished in the hack. So first of all, let's discuss the problem that we're trying to solve here. So the main barrier was that the nature of stock market, it's very dynamic. The prices keep changing every minute. like every microsecond. So we had to handle that and make the website very responsive. Secondly, there are a lot of simulators, but there isn't any which is very easy to use. So we had to make it lag free. Thirdly, we had to handle traffics in case of a lot of users are trying to push their orders in case of a market crash or a sudden increase in the index. Then this is the main problem we are trying to solve. We are trying to decrease the entry barrier for novice users. So like during the COVID time, we saw that because of certain web series as well, there was a huge influx of novice traders and investors in stock market. Like although they didn't know a lot of about stock market, but they were interested. So like I believe that they have equal right to invest in stock market because investment is something that we all are entitled to. So we decrease the entry barrier for them. Then there was a sudden industrial impact of a project because as we know, stock market is a business of businesses get listed on the market, so the industrial impact also we have to keep in mind. Now this is the solution we have come up with. We have made trading simple and lag free. The interface is easy to use and it's easy to maintain for a team as well in case we need to scale for a lot of users. Now these are the features. We can make links with the trade masters. Let's say a friend of yours is a very good trader, or let's say there is some very good trader in a college. You usually won't know him because trading is something we are not very frank about, but using these competitive platforms, you can know, okay, this is the top trader of a college, or this is the top trader in India. So that's what we try to do with this. There is a peer trading system that we'll show you in the implementation. So it's very simple and nimble web app interface that we'll just talk about. Yeah, so that's enough about the idea. I'll just move to demonstration and then we'll come back to the business model as well. So this is the login page. This is the home screen. First of all, we have stock markets as well as cryptocurrency. This is the home screen. Now this is a news carousel. This changes on the basis of the cryptocurrencies that you're having in your portfolio that we are about to see. Now these are the top stories of the day or the week that are related to the crypto markets. Now this is a ticker. Now this ticker will have all the cryptos that are very famous or have a huge volume of today. Now those will be listed here, and we have tried to simulate actual stock market website, so actual stock broker platform we have tried to simulate. Now I'll just show you how to get a quote. Let's say I wanted to trade BTC. Yeah, so like I'll get the live price of BTC. I'll get a whole graph. Now this is upon me what is the time frame that I need. So I can take a 30-minute graph, I can take a 1 hour graph. There are multiple time frames. So yeah, that's it. I can change the type of graph as well. So this is something which not a lot of platforms offer. We can have as many customizations as we need because this is something which is very user subjective. So these are all the type of graph you can have. Now we have different indicators as well. So as we saw, like these indicators, although they are not 100% secure, like not 100% accurate, but then if we consider a novice user who doesn't know anything about stock market, he can't like predict the market or some crash. So user cognition can't be taken into consideration for a novice user. That's why we have included indicators as well. Let's say I want to include a relative strength indicator. So I can do that as well. And based on the crossover of the relative strength index within the buying range and selling range, one can make a decision. So even if you don't know this, there's no problem at all because we have done testing for you guys. So based on the different time frames, you can do a testing. Let's say on 30 minutes time frame, there is a strong sell signal for BTC. Now this is based on the thing that we did several tests. So let's say we did 36 tests. Out of them, 16 came out to be sell, 9 were neutral, and only 1 for buy. So based on those tests, we'll be generating signals. Let's say I want to buy BTC. I have balance in my wallet. So let's try this. Now, once I buy this, this will be added to my portfolio. Now, from the portfolio is sort of a list of all the cryptocurrencies that I am currently holding. Now, as you can see, success BTC has been bought. Now, this is the list of cryptocurrency I'm holding. So we have added dummy values here. Now, this is the top gainer. This is the top loser. We have tried to give a feel of an actual crypto broker. This is the latest value of my portfolio. This is the overall gain and loss. Then let's say I want to sell the BTC I just bought. The price will be averaged here. The quantity will be decreased. Okay, so I don't hold so many. I'll have to try and sell less BTCs because I don't hold so many. So this is a very easy error navigation as well. Let's say I entered some wrong value. So we'll be prompted out that, okay, there is some error, you need to try to figure out and give the correct value. So the novice users can easily learn how to trade. Yeah, so shares have been sold, the quantity has been decreased, and the price has been averaged. So this is what we are working on. The balance has been added here. There is a history of trades as well. That will just list out all the trades that I've made till now, so that in case I need to reconcile my balance, okay, where my balance went, or that's for the history. Now this is a history of all my trades. There is a leaderboard as well, but that we'll see in the stock simulator part. So this is a stock simulator, a similar window. This news will change based on the stocks in your portfolio. This is the top stories of the week. Let me get a quote for, let's say, Nykaa, which got listed very recently. So what we're trying to promote here is, because a lot of novice traders, what they tend to do is they tend to depend on Telegram groups or, let's say, Telegram channels for stock tips. So even most of the times they are not even aware what the company does or what the company is into when they started listed on stock market. So that we're trying to avoid by providing some fundamental information about the company, so that before making any decision they are able to see this. Now this is all the information that we're providing. I'll just try to buy this. Have the balance. The buy sell part is same as the cryptocurrency, so you can sell the securities you're holding, you can buy more of them, the prices will get averaged. The history is same as the cryptocurrency trading part. The portfolio is also quite similar. So this is the portfolio, I'm holding all these shares. So the top gainers, losers, and overall gain loss. Now we'll see the leaderboard part, the thing which we're talking about. So this is where we make trading competitive. And what the leaderboard will does is it'll create a list of all the friends of the users which the user has joined with. So it'll fetch their total portfolio loss and gain, and it will tell them, okay, this is your rank, this is the total gain or loss you have made, and this is what your friends have made. So what this will result into it'll result into healthy conversations between the fellow traders, so that they can learn from each other's strategies. So as you can see, my profit is 13.55% and currently ranked 5. The top users is Ayush Kumar. So these are dummy values, and his profit percentage is 22.5%. This is live. Currently, we have allowed to trade in a closed market as well for the demonstration purposes. So this was all about the project. Now let's see the business model. Now this is the business model. These are the opportunities which
we are running out of time. So if you can make it fast.
Oh, okay, sure. So this is the business model. These are the main revenue streams. Platform as a service.
Guys. We're very sorry to interrupt you, but the time is up, and we don't want to make it unfair to any other team, because each team gets 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
guys. You all had an
Sorry, there
entire
was a lot.
session. It would be not fair to the other teams if we let you all present that as well.
Sorry, there was a lot to share, so it took some time. Really sorry.
It's understandable, but again, we need to be fair in our
Yeah,
judgment.
definitely. Yeah. Thanks a lot for having us. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Aditya,
now-
what do you think?
Both were to ask each other the same thing, right? Pretty good. But yeah, I would like to hear your thoughts more about it, because from what I thought about it, it was just more about the visual representation, which I liked, and I genuinely enjoyed that. Like good visual representation, got to give them credit for that. But again, I'm back at you for like asking you what on the technical side of things. What do you think?
I think it was quite good. It was quite well made and well designed, and the website was pretty much working. The blockchain part had been integrated and stuff like that. So I think it was quite great, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I think we should move on to the next team, Aditya.
Yeah, let's go. Feel free to introduce
Right.
them. Yeah.
Right. So as a kid, I used to always watch Naruto. Naruto was one of my favorite animes, and two of the top 12 teams have names related to them. So that gave me some sort of inner satisfaction. For the next team, the team's name is Uchiha, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's watched Naruto would know what that means. So, Team Uchiha, I would like to invite you on stage.
Yeah, they are from the professional tools track and are also eligible for the Vicara by developers for developers prize, which is amazing. So yeah, additional 30K on top of that DevJams main prize, which is 1 lakh. So yeah, you are eligible for that. Best of luck, guys. We'll have 10 minutes.
Yes, so Aditya, present the screen.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yeah, screen is visible. Yeah, okay. So before hopping to our main project, let's know like coding is important for all the in the current world. Like even if we are engineer, even if we are web developer and all, coding is currently important in our and even you have heard like there's some chaos going on in LinkedIn, like which is better, CP is better or development is better. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I will say coding is important. So yeah, that's whole hackathon is all about. So our project is Let's Code, and the problem we have picked is like the culture of competitive programming has been growing at an exponential scale in India as well as around the world. So this invites challenge pertaining to scalability and keeping the servers healthy, especially during the time of contest. And you can see there are many platforms like CodeChef, Code Forces, and HackerRank and all, but they don't have any real-time section for discussion in famous competition like ICPC, CodeJam, etc. And even switching tabs and coding at the same time is kind of pain in the neck. We cannot focus on coding rather than switching on tabs. And even if we go to some new platform, let's say we go to some lead code type platform, then we have to adjust it, which further creates many problems and also waste our time. We cannot like stream our code from the code chef only. Like you have to first of all go to YouTube and then share your screen, and then you have to stream there. So avoiding these problems, we have created one solution, and our solution is Let's Code, where you can code, chat, compile on the same screen. You can even save your code. You can even collaborate with your peer groups to solve a particular problem. You can even filter question according to the level of difficulty and the topic of choice. You can code in several languages like Python, if a new language like Golang, Ruby, Dart, etc. You can also change the theme of the environment on the basis of the time thing, and you can even join the meet with the team. You can even scrape question from famous platforms like lead code, code versus at coder. You can even run the id, problem, and text editor all three in the same screen. You can even use it in interview purpose and all. Now Aditya will show you the basic working of code and explain the technology that we have used. Yes.
Yeah. So these are the technologies we have used in our project. Rather than showing you the name, let's hop on the project and see how we have used it. So this is our project. This is the landing page of our project. We have built it using React TypeScript. Uh, and this is the about us section where we have our team. Let's not waste time and jump on to the main functionalities. So we have two buttons, that is login as guest, and we can create or join room. Let's go to create or join room. So what we can do is we can either create a private room, or we can join any public room. Like we have made 5 public rooms which any user that visits our website can join. So let's go to the private room. Yeah. So here we can see it is an multiple tabs interface.
We have used React Reflex library for resizing of the tabs. Here we can see the question. Here is the chat box, and this is the room. Let me just share the room code with my team so that my team can join in. Yeah, they'll be joining here in a while. Till then, I'll explain more things. So here we can see we can enter the code forces or add code a question URL, and we can scrape the question. So as soon as I press, we can see I have just scraped a question from code forces, and we can see the question in our tab. Also, my teammate have joined, and he is coding, so I can see its cursor and the code along. So let me explain the scraping part. For scraping, we have used Chio.js, which extract the class of an object and give us the HTML or text, whatever we want. So we have scraped the HTML and style it according to our interface. Now let's see the messaging part. As I can text, and my teammates can text me back anytime. Also, let me show you by running the code real quick. Yeah, let's just print hello DevJams. Yeah. As we can see, we get the output here, and for the editor part, we have used React AS editor library, and for the compiling of the code, we have used JDoodle API, which allow us to compile the code 200 times a day in the free subscription. But for further scaling, we can purchase the subscription and increase the limit. Further, let's go to the settings. So these are the languages that our compiler supports. We can code in Java, Python, JavaScript, and so on. Further, we can change the font size according to our needs. We can increase it, decrease it, maybe make it medium. And these are the themes in which we can change our code editor. Moreover,
you can also join the meet here, like Aditya will show you like how you can join just on clicking this. You can go to the meet link, and yes, just hold on a moment. Yeah, like you can see, yeah, you can join the meet. And you can even code on the left tab and while discuss about the function on the right tab. Yes. So like you can make around many private room as much as you can. Like yeah, and you can even set the levels of problem by choosing the settings, like which company it belongs. Like yeah, and there are many, and you can even search the tag of the question, like it's which type of question, dynamic array and all, and you can even set the difficulty level of the question, which is easy and all. So now this is our whole prototype, and we have deployed on PATR Vikara track, and also we have purchased the domain Let Us Code. Yeah, so now going to the presentation part. Yeah, next slide. Wait. Yes, so let's talk about market research. First of all, thanks to the judges of this DevJams hackathon. They gave us they help us in getting the right competitor of our platform, that is Codeshare.io. But let me explain how we are better than them. Codeshare.io only provides real-time collaboration, but we can even compile and scrape code in it. We can even connect in meets and chat real-time with people. We can even interact with new user interface users to adjust. We can even provide key bindings that they don't provide us. And now further information will be given by Ansh Anurag.
Hello. So our business model is basically based on 4 points. First of all, we can release a premium version in this case for with other features like more people, and for pro developers by including more languages, more things like IntelliSense on an extensive level. Other than this, we can give a space of 100 plus participants in a single room in low cost. Like even Google Meets don't support more than 100 uh, people at a time. So we are supposed to have a big meeting or a big class, let's say, of programming. In that case, we can simply use our product in that case. Other than this, we can even contact the sponsors of famous hiring companies for our site and ask them to conduct their coding examinations on and coding rounds on our website. Like as you can see that both Proctor and the students can sit together in the same session, and questions can be thrown up and they can be solved on the same screen. So here you can use that feature for conducting examinations as well. And we can use this platform in conducting team based events, especially because of the collaborative features that we have provided, that it can be used for team based events like ICPC regionals, where every member needs to be a part of the team and has to give
And
a
we can
minimum
use
amount of features.
the contest which we conduct in normally in CodeChef and Codeforces. Through these features, these platforms don't have, and these future scope can be extended to these contests also, like ICPC regionalist and all. So thank you. That was our mainly project.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for that presentation. Good job,
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah, cool project. And yeah, that was the second last team to present, and we have one more after this. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys are waiting, for the winners to come in, but you need to, you need to finish this pitches, and then you'll hear me and Aditya talking for some time
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, okay, okay.
we have a little secret presentation. Best of luck to team. Hisham, would you like the same again? Say the name again.
Okay, this one says veg biryani versus equals to pulao, not versus. What am I saying?
I got
Veg
to agree.
biryani equals to pulao.
I have to 100% agree. Veg biryani equals pulao. So yeah, but yeah, team veg biryani equals pulao. They are from the digital accessibility track, and they're also eligible for the Vikara for developers by developers track. So yeah, they are eligible to win that extra 30,000 rupees on top of the DevJams main prize. So yeah, team veg biryani versus pulao. Please come onto the stage. Hi
Hello,
guys,
hi.
really cool team name, and yeah, you have 10 minutes. Go for it.
Best of luck.
Best of luck.
So good evening, one and all. So this is a team which we know equals to Pulao, and well, that's a fact for sure. So we have chosen, yeah. So we have chosen the digital accessibility track as we are making a Chrome extension, which is a utility product for assisted web surfing. So basically, it's a Chrome extension that tells you about the stuff in the current web page with added functionalities. Yeah. So the first function for our Chrome extension will be providing us searching for a keyword. Now, our targeted audience are the oldest people and kids and autistic peoples. Suppose one wants to find the mute button or the search button or the notification button on the current web page they are surfing on, but they are not able to do so because they are not so familiar with the current web scenario or text scenario. So, with each interface changes, much changes for these people, and it becomes cumbersome for these people to find things in the website. So, probably they have to call someone younger in their house, and it would be trouble them also. So our Chrome extension will providing a search bar, so they could search for a particular keyword that you might need but you cannot find on the web page. Basically, our extension will highlight the particular function and it will take you to the required screen or the required place where the functionality exists. Now we will also be providing a voice recognition functionality so that the people who cannot type very well could probably speak onto the voice function and they could provide the search functionality. Now we'll be using the web speech API for this. The next functionality will be gathering information regarding the words and the sentences in the current web page. So we can detect the selected word that is on the website and show its meaning, and not just the meanings, its synonym, antonyms, and many more things. Basically, it's a small quality of life feature which is used to save time. Now we can also use the web speech API to translate this speech to text or this text to speech. So all these functionality are provided in one place to provide effortless user experience and less hassle. Now another functionality will be the timer functionality. So there will be a timer which is in our extension to show the exact amount of time spent on the website, not only on that website but on all the websites they're visiting on. Also they can set the time limit so that after the time limit is over, they could probably alert that the user that your time limit is over. Now this feature will be helpful for monitoring the screen time and providing some parental control. Now regarding the future implementations, so as we know, most of the websites come because of the profit and fund policies. They come with ads, and there are many unsafe website links on many websites that user probably don't want to join or redirect to. So for that, we could probably alert the user before they are redirected. Now let's dive deep into the implementation. So generally, I will give you the overview of the code. Now, as we can see, there is a manifest.json file here. Now, this basically tells our Chrome, this basically tells our Chrome website that what we are making is an extension. So there is a version of the extension, the name of the extension, and there are some content strips. Now, content strips basically means that this is the JavaScript we will be linking to our Chrome extension. So whatever happens in the Chrome extension will be on the content.js file. Now we have to give some permission because it's a Chrome extension and it's not very compatible with the Chrome website or many other websites. So we have to give some permissions to it, like the tabs website and the all URL matches. So that means that it will work on all URLs. Now we will be giving a default icon, a default paper, and a default title. Now the content.js file. So this JS file is basically the JS file that we are seeing. Everything that we are seeing on the screen will be rendering on this file, and we can make changes to this file in order to make changes to the screen. The next file is the background.js file. So everything that is happening in the background of our Chrome extension will be happening in this file. So we have some file for HTML and CSS. Now this is the app.js file. So basically our Chrome extension will be having a HTML file, and it will be having its corresponding app.js file. Now everything that will be happening inside the Chrome extension, not inside the website, but inside the Chrome extension, will be on the app.js website. Now let's take a look at the implementation. Now, first of all, we will be enabling the developer mode as we are developing a Chrome extension. Now we will be loading our Chrome extension. Yeah, like this. Yeah, so this is the overview of our Chrome extension. First of all, we joined at 0 seconds, as we all know. Yeah, so that's the HTML and CSS for our Chrome extension. Now, for the first functionality, let us open popular social media handle GitHub. Yeah, I would sign in fastly. Yeah, so let's try searching the repo keyword here. Yeah, exactly. So suppose a user wants to create a new repository. So probably it's a very complex website, not for me, but for that our targeted audience, which is the old age people and kids and autistic people. So yeah, for them, it would be very cumbersome for finding particular functionalities in this website. But after searching a keyword, it highlights it for them, and probably they could go at them. Yeah, so not only repo. So suppose we want to find all the websites that are related to ADG. So probably we could search that, and it will highlight all the websites that are related to ADG. Suppose the user wants to create a pull request. So he would probably search pull, and it will highlight the pull button right here. Now he want to see his notifications. He could probably, he don't have to type the whole thing. He could probably type notif, and right there it will be highlighted for him. Yeah. So let's move on to next website, which is YouTube. Yeah. So if the user wants to search, say, BBK Wine's YouTube channel, it will show it to him. And if he want to search DDSC, well, our hosters, it will show it to them. So also it will show the particular website if they are looking for a particular YouTube link if they are looking for. If not necessary, we could override that. Now let's try using a Chrome extension in the Quora website. Yeah. So probably if one wants to search for homework, or if one wants to search for answers, or maybe the movies button. Yeah, exactly like that. So that's the basic or the main functionality we can say out of our website. Now also for the added functionalities, I have some demonstration right here. Yeah, so as I said, we will be also be providing the definition of a particular word on our website. So let's try that. So let's select this engines word right here. Yeah, if we try to find its definition, one thing. So basically when we make changes in a Chrome extension, we have to reload it. So reloading is very necessary. If we don't reload it, it won't happen. Because the Chrome extension, as I said, is a newly developed software and it's not very compatible. Yeah, so a machine that converts energy into mechanical force or motion. If you want to search the meaning of the word leader, yeah, one who is in charge of a command or others. Now, as we know, we started around 00 seconds, and if we want to calculate the time spent, so that's basically around 3 minutes 26 seconds that we have spent on the all over the websites that we have been on. Now we can also set the time limit for demonstration purpose. Let me set only the 5-second timer limit. So after 5 seconds, it will pop up an alert right here. Yeah, like that. Your time limit has reached. So that's the overall general view of our functionality. Also, we have some functionality left. Now, for the speech and the voice recognition, I would like to give you all some insight into the functionality, as it's not very straightforward. Basically, the web speech API is still developing, and it does not have a great connection between the Chrome extension and the Chrome web server itself. As we are demonstrating a developer mode, we have to make some changes in order to demonstrate the functionality. So basically, the app.js file, yeah, right here. So it sends a message, or we can say it sends a request for allowing the Chrome for the microphone and camera permissions. As we know, in the voice and speech recognition, we would require our microphone and our headphones, but the Chrome doesn't allow these permissions because we are allowing, or we are accessing it through the Chrome extension, which is in the developer mode. But if we deploy this product onto the market and we are in the deployment mode, it would allow them the request. It would have no problems. But for the demonstration purpose, I have to make some changes. So we have to enable the tab override permission in order to demonstrate. Yeah, so in the content, so in the app.js, so we have to put some permission in the manifest.json. We don't have to put the permission if we are in the deployment mode or we are deploying this application.
Guys, we're gonna have to stop you right there. You have elapsed your 10 minutes. Again, like we mentioned earlier, we have to be fair to every participant, so we must like cut your time short there. But yeah, overall, really good presentation, guys. So yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. We wish you the best of luck. And yeah, you all were the last team. So yeah, good job. Veg biryani equals pulao.
The name.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Hisham, that was 12 teams. That was
12 teams, and I must say that generally in hackathons you don't see implementations of this level, but this was just, I mean, DevJams is different, isn't it, Aditya?
DevJams is our flagship hackathon after all. And yeah, if you all see the banners below, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please follow our social media platforms. We have our Instagram, our other different social platforms up on there as well. And yeah, I think someone can put the links up in the comment section. So yeah, I'm sure everyone is very curious to know about the results, but let's just talk about the 12 projects that we saw today. So Sham, could you like give me some brief about the technical insights that you gained from these projects?
So one of the few things that I gained from this was that essentially when I joined college back in say 2019, right? So at that time, there were a lot of the big thing that was the word that used to go around was machine learning, right? And that was, I mean, and every hackathon submission at that point was somehow based on machine learning. But I think that this time in this hackathon, something like that has changed, and we have seen submissions from a wide variety of aspects. We have innovative ideas. We have submissions from AR and blockchain. I mean, I think a few of the teams actually implemented the blockchain payment. I think that was
Yeah.
amazing.
There's an
And
they actually like made legit like blockchain transactions, which is like
exactly.
wow.
And that particular team which had that video, I mean the presentation, we got to talk about the presentation of these people out there.
We
I
got to
don't
give
think
them
it's easy.
effort, right? Like, it was so good. Like imagine making an entire project, spending hours coding it out, managing your GitHub repos, and coming up with good website design, and then having the time to come up with an animated video about your projects. That is
Exactly.
insane. But yeah, I think I remember that video very well, and I remember like I think it was a game, if I'm not wrong. It was a game or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Yeah, it was a
And
very cool project. Yeah.
yeah, and not just that, we have teams which were literally all freshers and they still ended up implementing the entirety of the project. And that is
Yeah.
something that I possibly could not do in my own first year. I mean, I'll be honest, and these
Neither
people
could
haven't
I,
even
dude.
started college.
Yeah, these guys like really like they surprised us. Like we got to be real, they did surprise us. The variety we saw, I think we saw 2 freshers team in the top 12. Like wow,
Exactly. That is something that I had not expected before the hack.
genuinely, and like such big prizes up for grabs. Like it's amazing. Like, it's an amazing opportunity for them as well, right? So
Right.
yeah, I'm quite happy with the turnout of these like last 12 projects, and
I know,
yeah.
right? And not just that. So there's one more thing that I've organized like 2 women techies, and so the one thing that I've always noticed is that most of the hackathons do not have submissions from all the different tracks coming in. Generally, all of the tracks are open innovation and stuff like that. But this time we have literally submissions from each and every track. If I'm not wrong, there was sustainability, there was diversity, there was professional tools, there was digital accessibility, and there was, I mean, we got stuff from each tracks. But one last thing, Aditya, the
Yeah,
team names. What do you think of the team names?
I have to agree with the last team name. Veg biryani does equal pulao. Please don't. Yeah, pretty good team names. I think you were happy with the 2 Naruto references in there. It's pretty
Oh
good.
man, Naruto is my childhood, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
the
I think a
childhood
lot
of
of people
viewers
would be
as well.
very happy about that. Yeah.
I know, right?
So I think we've seen like very good projects, and upcoming will be the results. And I know everyone like can't wait for the results. Like that's the most anticipated bit of the hackathon. But the thing is, guys, we are, I think we are seeing a little too excited Mirinal, who's missing out on hosting this and is canceling me in the chat for some reason. But yeah, we again, like we mentioned at the very start, we do miss Mirinal and Astha. Mirinal a little more than Astha. So yeah. And yeah, so we did see 12 very cool projects, and we at DSC would like to show you a couple of projects of our own. We have a little video that we've prepared for you guys while you wait for the results to be announced. And yeah, we'll be showcasing to you a couple of projects that we made. And yeah, these were projects that were implemented and were actually like used, and we have blogs about them. We also have them, they're up and running, and you can go visit the links in the description that we'll send out. And yeah, let's why talk more. I can just present my screen and let's do that.
Right.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll present my screen, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio. And here we go. Hisham, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
I do not think I can see your screen right now, Aditya.
Yeah, I think if one of the organizers could add my screen to the mainstream yard, yeah, that'd be cool. Cool. You can see your screen. So, yeah, me and Hisham will be dropping off. You all can enjoy this video. So, yeah,
We are a group of designers, developers, marketers, and managers who collaborate to create a community which hopes to inspire everyone. We aim to learn and to teach. In the last 1 year, we have organized over 30 events covering multiple domains ranging from cloud to ML. We have published 3 courses on Udemy, which have over 36,000 students enrolled cumulatively, and we have a few more coming. We have published over 30 blogs on Medium, which have acquired 40,000 views and appreciation from around the world. We have 150 development-related videos such as webinars, talks, podcasts, and tutorials. We developed and released 50 projects in the last academic year itself. These projects are live and functional. To top it all, we were awarded as the best technical club for the year 2019-2020 by VIT. We are always eager and open for collaboration with organizations in and around Vellore. We aim to build products which help uplift these organizations. In the last year, we've collaborated with Hope House, Vellore and Ranipet Police, and CMC Vellore. Through the products that we built, namely Election Eye, Project Yuva, and Project GRS, we were able to help the Vellore Police conduct and monitor elections smoothly, fast-track the grievance redressal system for Ranipet Police, and build a platform for teenagers in collaboration with Hope House and CMC. Yes, we love open source. That is the reason why we have 230 open source repositories on GitHub, and we aim to build projects that have an impact. You can head over to our GitHub and check out the repos and maybe start a project if it helped you in some way. Today, we'll be covering Election Eye, a project which helped Vellore Police monitor vehicles across zones during the elections of 2019. Handwriter, whose aim is why write when you can type. And Ideas Website, a project which helps us ideate and bring all our projects to life.
Safe elections is the right of every country. Good evening, everyone. My name is Angad Sharma, and I am going to be talking about the project we did with the Vellore Police Department called Poll Police. So it was around 2019, before the elections happened in Vellore, that the Vellore Police approached the software development cell in VIT in need for an application to track their polling vehicles. These were actually the vehicles that moved around the polling locations, making sure nothing bad was happening at those locations. They also wanted all of the polling locations be visually categorized in the terms of their vulnerability. The software development cell of VIT handed this project over to us. We used the following tech stack to make this application and to bring it to life. We used Golang, Flutter, MySQL as a database, and Firebase for things like OTP and other location-related features. Our app looks something like this, where we have all of our districts inside of Vellore plotted on a map. Whenever we tap on a particular district, we see all of the polling locations as well as all of the polling stations inside a polling location, and they are ranked on the basis of how safe or unsafe they are. So these were the preliminary designs, and these were actually the final designs that we went with. So all of these red polling locations you see right here are the polling locations which are vulnerable. And when I say vulnerable, they are vulnerable to militia attacks and unsafe for the general public. And these places have been flagged by the police department as being unsafe to vote in. And these green locations are safe for a particular voter. So moving on, let's talk about the impact of the project. There are about 13 constituencies in Vellore. Each and every constituency has about 100 polling locations, and each polling location has 5 polling booths each on an average. The best part is that our application was used by 500 police officers, and it gave them the ability to track and monitor all of the polling vehicles and at each and every polling location. And they were sent an alert if a vehicle was flagged as suspicious if a polling vehicle stayed at a particular spot for too long. We had about 500 gigabytes of logs collected in our backend, which was running on a virtual machine in VIT servers. Now let's talk about some of the problems we faced in this project. The first problem was unclean data. In terms of data, we were given a couple of different CSV files, which are essentially Excel files, and all of these files had the polling location details, their vulnerability details, why they are vulnerable, what are the troubling characters that make the particular location vulnerable, and what are the longitude and latitude details of that particular location. Now the issue was that a lot of this data was unclean. So we had commas in the case of latitude and longitude, which we had to strip, but some fields did not have commas. So a lot of this cleaning we had to do manually. So that required a lot of time on our side. And we had to write a lot of different specialized scripts to parse all of this Excel data in order to get a clean data that could be entered into our database. The second problem was log rotation. So for location services, we were using sockets, and for every 5 seconds, we were getting the details of a particular user, which is a police officer in a polling vehicle, and we were getting their location. Now, when we are getting the locations of 500 police officers at the same time every 5 seconds, then there are going to be a lot of logs involved. Now, we had got 500 gigabytes of server storage, but we had no idea that server storage is going to be filled up so fast. And as we viewed in the previous slide, we had 500 gigabytes of logs collected, and all of these logs flushed the entire virtual machine that we had on the cloud. And we actually had to rotate those logs and delete some of the old data in order to maintain a clean working environment for the backend, and in order to get structured logs which we could actually understand and comprehend. The third problem we faced was continual support. So the way this application worked was that we had some admins that had access to view all of the details of different polling vehicles deployed onto the ground. And there was ground control, which had permission only to look at the vehicles in their own particular zone. Some of the problems we faced were that we had our final exams or we had our mid-semester exams, and we were called by police officers in order to enter some admin details in the backend. So intelligently, we created scripts for it so we would not have to SSH into the virtual machine and change details over there every single time. A problem we faced during the deployment of the app was persistent location sharing. There are about 13 constituencies in Vellore, but not all of them have equal internet connection, and there are some dead zones in those particular zones. So we had to write some specific software in order to handle that. If a polling vehicle goes into a location where there is no internet connection, we implement exponential backoff. What that essentially does is that it keeps on trying to establish a socket connection with the backend on a regular basis.
Hey guys, my name is Ashutosh and I'm going to talk about the ideas website. So DSC VIT is all about helping the community by turning ideas into reality, and every few months the club came together and came up with ideas to work on. Now this trend was disturbed by the pandemic because, as you know, we couldn't really come together anymore, and discussing ideas became harder and harder. So we had to come up with a solution which made it easy for not only us but for our community to put ideas that we could, eventually turn into reality. So what we did was we built a solution. Now we built a portal for idea sharing and discussion, which made it easier for us to decide, ideas, which ideas we're going to be working on over the pandemic. We tried to give this a forum, we tried to give this a forum type feel and for proper discussion and evaluation. And what we came up with was a basic client server architecture. For the server, we use Django, and for the client, we use React. Django obviously using Python, and with React I used Firebase for notifications and Google OAuth. Google OAuth, by the way, is the only way you can log into the website. As soon as you're done logging with your Google account, you can go over to the ideas page and look at other ideas. You can interact with them. You'll find these little tags called project internal or some tags like these basically. These tags basically signify what the idea is about, and then you can also go over to the specific idea and you can discuss about it if you want in the comment section. You can also add an idea, for which you need to add a title, description, and tags, which define your idea. These ideas that you submit are looked over by us through an admin panel, which is usually just used to avoid spam. Most ideas are actually just approved because no idea is actually bad. So just we just have to avoid spam. So it's checked regularly, so it's not an issue. Throughout the ideas website, you might find some ideas with a green tag called made real. This tag actually signifies that this idea was gotten from the ideas website, and that we made it real eventually. So eventually I can say that we ideated over more than 100 ideas during the pandemic. We are still working on a lot of them. We finished a lot of them. We maintained that efficiency, and now we have a platform where you guys can put your idea and we can turn them into reality if possible. And if you want, you can collaborate with us on these ideas that you yourself or someone else puts there, and all you have to do is join our Discord server. Thank you.
Hi guys, let me interrupt you here for a moment. The aim of this project showcase is to invite more outside collaborators to DSC VIT. And if you're the kind of person who gets excited on seeing such projects being built by fellow students and the impact of these projects, you are most welcome to join our Discord server, for which we'll be sharing the link very soon. So stay tuned.
So welcome, I'm Shantanu, a student developer at DSC VIT, and I'm going to talk about an application I worked on at the start of this year called Handwrite. And so the problem that Handwriter solves is that, I'm a very lazy guy and I like spending as little time on my problems as possible. And one of the problems that I face every day is that I get writing tasks that can get so tedious that I start painting letters on a page like a machine instead of thinking about the content that I'm writing. And I think that's harmful for both the content that I'm writing and my soul. So I want to solve that problem. And just a random fact, did you know that the writing speed of a person is around 13 words per minute, whereas their typing speed is around 40 words per minute. So that's about 3 times as fast. And so I thought maybe I could type what I wanted and automate the writing. And so that allows me to do the whole thing much faster. There were 2 other constraints that I considered for this problem. First, that the output has to be convincing so that it doesn't look like it was generated by a machine. And second, it has to be easily available so that non-developers can use it if they want to. So how do I go about delivering a solution that achieves all this? Well, first of all, the simplest solution that comes to mind is a fonts-based approach, because you can simply feed a font to a text editor and it handles spatial arrangement and all that stuff for you. But one of the problems with that, perhaps the biggest problem with that, is that it's too deterministic. So every A will look the same, every B will look the same, and every C will look the same. And that is simply not how a person writes. And so a fonts-based approach breaks one of our constraints, which is that the output has to be convincing, and therefore fonts are out of the window. Then we've got a machine learning based approach where we convert entire lines or pages or maybe just even alphabets and letters to their corresponding handwritten output. You've got, but if you think about it, the machine learning approach, what this is doing is basically an abstraction where you give as input your document and as output it gives a handwritten image, right? And maybe you can have your own abstraction and that gives you much more control over everything that's going on underneath. And in my case, I chose to have a hash table where I mapped alphabets to their corresponding images. So the alphabet A will be mapped to the image of the letter A. And then I would stack these letters next to each other to get words. And then, put those words together to get lines, and then the lines to get pages, and so on and so forth. One interesting thing that I can do here is I can have multiple instances of each alphabet. And so that solves the convincing determinism problem that I mentioned earlier. So maybe I have 10 instances of the letter A, and my algorithm picks one at random. And so that makes the output non-deterministic and therefore convincing. So how do I build a solution that achieves all this? Well, it handles at multiple. It is handled at multiple layers of abstraction. The first layer would be a letter parser, which handles letter conversion. So I handle spatial arrangement here. An A should not be taller than a T, so that's handled here. And I've got a line parser, which puts the letters together into words and arranges them in a line. And this also handles word overflow. So maybe you've got a word that is too big to be put in a line, and so you put that in the next line. That is handled at the line parser level. Then I've got a page parser, which puts the lines together on a page, and it handles line overflow. So it puts lines that don't fit on a page on the next page. And you can even handle having page margins and stuff here. And then you've got a document parser, which puts all those pages together into a document and gives you a final output. So building the solution happens through multiple components. The first component is, of course, the core logic, which is the abstractions that I mentioned earlier, and that is written in Python. Then, as I said, the application has to be easily available to non-developers, and so a lot of people use a desktop application, and so I decided to write a desktop application for this. And a desktop application needs a UI, so it needs buttons and stuff that people can click on and work with. So that UI I wrote in a framework called PyQt5. Then the application has to be packaged so that people can install it on their systems, and for that I used fman build system. And I finally got a website where people can go and install Handwriter. So long story short, these are the results that I got. On the left you see a text document, and on the right you see its handwritten output. And you can go on the Handwriter website, which looks like this, and you can get a Windows installer or a Mac OS installer for Handwriter, and maybe you can install it on Linux if you want. So Handwriter does have a lot of future scope for a lot of scope for future work. One is that it currently only works with a single handwriting sample, and we want it to work with multiple handwriting samples. It is presently quite speed and memory hungry, so that needs to be fixed, maybe through multi-threading or something. And once that is fixed, we can have a mobile app or a web app for Handwriter. You can find Handwriter's repo on DSC VIT's GitHub, and the link to install Handwriter, which is the web page that I showed earlier, that is given in the description below. So I look forward to meeting new collaborators on this project.
Yeah, I hope you guys like that video. It is not going to be long before we announce the prizes. But
yeah, I'm here. I'm just
yeah.
again my pesky privacy thing. Gotta be careful, man. These days, so many apps using our cameras. Gotta be careful. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about that thing first, or do you want to announce the prizes first?
No, we're gonna make people wait. We're playing a little hard to get today, and it's DevJams. It is our flagship hackathon. I think we are a bit justified in playing a bit hard to get. So, yeah, let's get into a couple of things. Firstly, Hisham, I wanted to talk about our next event, hackathon. Next hackathon.
So,
it is a design hackathon. So I wasn't wrong. So yeah.
I'm sorry, I kind of ended up having a cough, but yeah. So a hackathon, right? So this is an event where you came and you wrote code and you presented your idea and things like that. However, we are going to have a hackathon, but for design. So whenever you have a website, right? So you need to design the website, and how your website looks actually ends up making a lot. I mean, it is one of the things that is researched the most, and the people who design websites are some of the highest paid people in the world. So it is something that is very, very essential. And we thought and at DSC VIT, we have an amazing team of designers. I mean, if you check out a project, you'll see that it has a very good UI, right? That is all thanks to the design team. And not just that, even our Instagram, you see all these amazing posters coming out there. What do you think? I just a shout out to the DSC design team.
I think DSC design is like I personally joined DSC because I saw our Instagram page and just beautiful. Like we gotta give them credit for like the stuff. You see our banners behind us. Everything here is from the design team. Like it's genuinely good stuff, and that just means like our design hackathon is so much more special, right? We have such a good design team powering a very cool design hackathon. So yeah, I think hackathon is going to be really exciting, and I think it is something that we can look forward to, right? A lot of people.
Exactly. And we have a unique sort of format for hackathon, right? So what we ended up deciding was that just giving an idea and implementing that idea or designing that idea wasn't really challenging enough. We wanted to come up with something unique. So what we came up with was the fact that whenever you make a design, right? So there are multiple elements in a design, right? So it can be the font, it can be the colors that you're using, it can be the kind of icons that you're using. So all of these there are several design elements, right? So what we wanted to do was to throw you into a little game where you'll get a finite amount of hex coins, as we call it, and each of these design elements are going to cost some amount of money, right? And you have to find an optimal combination for your design. And I think this would enable us not to just judge your skills as a designer in the software, but also, I mean, how you go about designing and how you decide the stuff. I think that's
I think a lot of it is also going to be about strategy, right? You did talk about gamifying the event, and I think that's a
exactly.
real caveat at it. Like, there's a whole coin system. We are calling them hex coins because why not, right? Hex coins sound cool. And yeah, the gamifying factor of the event is going to be really cool, and I think it's something that we can totally look forward to. So yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think moving on to that, I wanted to like Hisham, me and you, we planned this out, and we did want to thank the people who made like DevJams possible. Right at the end of the day, we need to thank the people who put us up on stage and who made all this possible, who got us these amazing speakers and everyone. Firstly, I'd want to start out by thanking our sponsors and for their like really cool, like they invested into our like hackathon. They gave us immense support to us, and yeah, thank you so much to all of our sponsors. And yeah, we thank you so much for your tracks, which so many, like 10, I think 10 teams from the top 12 participated in. Like that's insane. Like that is
I
how
know,
much
right?
people love our sponsor track. So yeah, I am really glad that these sponsors supported us all the way through DevJams, and they gave us these tracks, which these teams want created these very innovative projects in. And I'm glad to have that, and I think that really changed up the quality of DevJams and gave us very innovative projects this year. So yeah, Hisham, would you like to take ahead now?
Okay, right. So after the sponsors, it was the core DSC team, and especially I'd like to give a shout out to the board at DSC VIT. I'm sure if you follow our social media, you'd know what this year's board is. And I'd like to actually, one of our board members, the management lead Shubham, he has his birthday today, and we have a sort of a happy birthday, Shubham,
Yeah,
from me and Aditya.
not just from us, like from everyone, like
From
everyone
everyone at
watching
DSC
you,
VIT, happy
everyone
birthday,
at
Shubham.
DSC.
And we can't appreciate your contributions enough. And yeah, a whole shout out to the entire board and Shubham.
I think the entire board has, like, they enabled us to create this, and I think it really goes out to them. We couldn't have done it without their support, and yeah, genuinely
Exactly.
thank you for your support, guys, for the years and teaching us how to do all this. Like we couldn't
Do
have
all
done
this.
anchoring, we couldn't
Exactly.
have
Exactly.
done reviewing. None of this would be possible without you guys. So yeah,
Right. I would
definitely
like
thank you.
to sort of thank now at DSC VIT, if you know us, we have three teams, right? Tech, management, and design. So first of all, I'd like to thank the tech team and the design team for this beautiful website. If you've gone to the DevJams portal, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It is so beautifully designed, so beautifully built, and it handled all the sort of traffic coming in from our participants. And a huge shout out to the tech and design team for that. And the management team. I mean, come on, guys, you guys were the heroes. Uh, the entire event was conducted without much of hiccups, and I'd like to give a shout out to the design teams, at the tech team and the management team all together. I mean, kudos to us, I guess. That's what I'd
Yeah.
like to say.
Yeah, so I think everyone is really excited for prizes, and let's
Yes.
get into that, right? So the
Right,
first
right,
prize
right.
that we have is something that we've been promoting from the very beginning of the hackathon. We have the social media challenge, and this social media challenge prize goes to Ishan Gupta.
So,
Yeah, congratulations, Ishan. We will send you the prizes along with it. Congrats on winning the social media challenge. Hisham, would you take up the next
right.
prize that we have?
Right. So now we're getting into money, right? And I'm pretty sure you've heard all the monetary benefits that these prizes have. So before each of the winners announce me, I'm going to do a small drum roll. I hope you can hear it. Uh,
Yeah.
so the first prize that we
Yeah.
have, I mean, honestly, this was one of the best teams that to come in the top 12. And the good part about it was that it was original, it was amazing, and the prize that we're going to announce first is the best freshers team, and it goes to Team Code Shark.
Congratulations, team Code Shark. Like, amazing job, guys. We were genuinely taken aback for how good you guys were, considering that you all were a freshers team. And yeah, it's only apt that you all win the best freshers prize. It's amazing. So yeah, and
Right.
the the amount for this, I think the amount for the best freshers prize is, I think, 15,000 INR, right? If I'm not wrong.
I know, right? So I mean, you just started college and now you're winning prize money. Isn't that
It's
great?
amazing. It is amazing. So yeah,
Right.
genuinely, guys, congrats. We are very happy to see freshers up in like the top 12. So yeah, definitely.
Right. Definitely.
Okay, next upcoming we have best idea. Hisham, what do you think? Let's ask the audience to guess. We need to like get some hype up. Is
I
there
know
like,
exactly. Go on, guys, give us some hype. What do you think was the best idea?
yeah, what is the best idea according to you guys? Also, yeah, best freshers was 10,000 INR. That was my bad. So yeah, but yeah, guys, what do you all think? Best idea? Please tell us in the comments. We'd be more than happy to hear them, and let's have your guess a little bit. It's for 15,000 INR. That's a lot of money, dude. That
I
is
know, right?
genuinely a lot of money, and yeah, wow. I really hope that some teams guess. I think Yashad comes in with DevJams was the best idea. Very nice. We are getting in a couple of guesses out here. We have We have people guessing about veg biryani. We have someone with the Naruto reference team as well. Like, yeah, really cool. Like guesses. I'm glad everyone's guessing. Let's announce it, or do you want to wait a little bit longer, Hisham?
Let's just wait a little bit longer. Come on, guys. So
Yeah,
Abhinav says risk hai to ishq hai. Formage.
man,
I mean,
Ishq hai, that was like a intense team. Like that name itself was so intense. I had to
right.
I was like worried about saying it on stream, but then why not? So, yeah.
Why not? Why not? So
Yeah, but
Aditya, I would like you to announce the idea, the best idea.
you know what? No, I'm just reading the document and I know who best idea is, and I want you to take it because you'll be happy after seeing it.
All right, all right. So the best idea is Team Akatsuki.
Yeah, team, you guys win 15,000 INR. That is a load of money. And
I know, right?
congratulations, guys. And I think Hisham is very happy that a team with a Naruto reference is
That's it.
on best idea. Definitely.
Definitely.
Congrats, guys.
Definitely.
We hope you put that money to good use. And yeah, genuinely good job on coming up with your idea. We found it quite interesting. And I'm sure the viewers did as well. And yeah, this is why we gave you all the best idea prize. So yeah, congrats, guys. So Hisham, do you want to move on to one of the big boys? Like,
I know, right? We are getting into
yeah.
the serious stuff now.
Yeah, we are here. We are at the top 3. These are like massive, amounts of money. If you guys don't know, let me reiterate. Hisham, this is a lot of money. Like,
I know, right? I know, right? There's a
50,000
lot of money.
INR for third place, 75 grand for second place, and 1 lakh.
1 lakh rupees for the first place.
Like 1 lakh, dude. Like,
Can
why
you
did we
imagine?
participate? Why did we just make up a team and go into this, man? 1 lakh for the first place.
Sometimes I wonder why didn't I?
That is amazing. And I think these are like the really big guns. Like that in total is what? Around 2,25,000 in prizes just in the top
Yep.
3 itself.
I know,
That's
right?
just
And
big
I don't think I've seen a bigger prize pool in any hackathon in VIT till now, in my
Yeah.
experience. So I mean,
It is amazing. It genuinely is. And yeah, the first one of them coming up is the third
Third
prize,
prize.
which is for 50,000 rupees. 50. Jesus.
50,
50,000.
not 15.
50, yeah. Hisham
50,
correct
yeah.
me. Yeah. No, Mrinal, you don't get 10% commission. Yeah. Guys, we would love for you all to guess because this is one of the big guys. Like, we need you all to
Come on.
guess 50,000 INR. This is not a joke. We are giving away 50 grand. So,
50
yeah.
grand. And I'm pretty sure. Come on, give us some
Here's some good guesses. Good guesses,
give us
guys.
some
Come
good
on.
guesses. Come
We
on,
will
guys.
wait. We will. Yeah, I think Janvi is definitely right. This is like a game of Kaun Banega Lakpati. Quite definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Guys, we can wait for a long, long time and we'll just prolong your agony. So I want some good guesses.
Yeah. I think wait, someone there was again another another Naruto reference in the chat. A lot of people are guessing that, and we are seeing Team Formage. We seeing Risk Hai to Ishq Hai. I think everyone loves that name.
I
People
know,
have
right?
been like obsessed with that name. So yeah, this is 50 grand. Let me reiterate: 50,000, 75 for the second prize, 1 lakh for the
For the
first
third
prize, 2,25,000 in total in just 3 prizes. So yeah, now
Apart
we
from the sponsor prizes, Aditya.
apart from the
Don't
sponsor,
forget to mention
that is a whole different.
That is a
we
whole
will-
different scenario altogether.
There is
Right,
a
right.
lot of money there. We have a lot of money there, and yeah, we will get into that after we announce
Right.
the
Right.
third prize. So yeah, let's go, Hisham. Do you want to do the honors?
Of course. The third prize goes to Team UWU or Team UVU.
Team Uvu indeed. So yeah, good job, guys. Congratulations
guys.
for the third prize. We hope you
And-
put this
and-
50,000 to good use. So yeah.
And not just that, they also get official entry into the sponsors track for Ren, which also has a cash prize of $1,000.
Wow.
These
They-
people
that
are
means
walking
they're
away with a lot of
walking
money.
away with- They're walking away with 1,50,000.
I mean,
That is a
I'd have to
lot.
accept. That is a lot of money. Team UVU.
Ooh, good job to you guys. You are taking away a significant chunk of money. $1,000 along with the 50,000 for the DevJams third prize. That is a lot of money, guys. Congrats.
money.
We hope you put that to good use. So yeah, Hisham, let's move on
Let's
to
move on.
the second place. Just two more prizes left, guys. Two more,
Two more.
which
And
total
the
up
two
to
biggest ones.
two biggest ones. They total up to 1,75,000 sponsor prizes we will get into. But yeah, 1,75,000 in prizes to give away. 75,000 which we are giving away for our second prize itself. So yeah, guys, please start guessing in the chat. This is like a big one. This is a really big one.
Really,
So
really
yeah.
big one. Come on, guys.
Also,
Write it
quick
down.
shout out to
What
the
is your
management
guess? What is the guess for the second prize?
I
Give me some guesses.
I am not going to guess, but I think people in the chat are really. I think they're really happy about Team Uvu winning third prize. So yeah. And guys, a quick shout out to the management team for getting like these massive sponsor amounts. So yeah, that's why we can give away 1,75,000 just in our top two prizes, which is insane. So yeah,
Which is insane, definitely.
75,000 rupees up for
Rupees.
grabs just in this like second prize itself. Like, come on, guys, you all
Do the
need.
honors, Aditya. I want you to do the honors, Aditya, for this one.
I'm going to, but I'm also like announcing the first prize along with you. I'm not letting you take that one all to yourself. Yeah,
You got
so-
me there.
Yeah, the second prize for 50,000. My mistake, for 75 grand. I'm missing that extra 25. For 75k INR goes to Team Heavy Scam. Team Heavy Scam. Congratulations, guys. You all did a really good job. We were very happy with your project. I remember it was about housing and furniture, and it was genuinely a very cool project.
Exactly.
You all had an app. You all had a website. You all had everything. And good job, guys.
And this is one of the few projects that I've seen implementing AR fully, and that is something that made me really happy. So, great job, guys! And you're walking away with a lot of money, so that's there for you guys
That
as
is
well.
a lot of money. 75 grand. Good job, guys. We hope you put that money to good use. Genuinely a lot of money, guys. And yeah, good stuff. Now we are only left, and then there was one, Hisham. Just one.
And then there was one.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
I think
I must
people
tell
in
you-
the chat have got it right. Scam indeed. Scam. They did not scam us, but yeah, heavy scam for second prize. Amazing job, guys. So yeah. One prize
So-
left. 1 lakh rupees.
So this team, I'll tell you something about this team, Aditya. So the moment I saw the project of these people, I kind of knew they might win, but
Yeah, I think we will like we're quite happy with the project. We're very happy with the project. I think we must say
Exactly.
that. And yeah, this is 1 lakh that is going away. 1 lakh, like Hisham, like that's a lot of money that we are
I
giving
know,
away.
right?
But yeah,
1 lakh rupees.
that's just what you get with DevJams, guys. Like, do come in. Like, this is one of the biggest hackathons you will ever come to. 1 lakh rupees that we are giving away. So yeah, this is
Aditya,
it.
we're going to say this together.
No, we are going to wait. We are going to make these people guess. We are going to make these people guess.
Right.
what their
We're gonna make
life-
these people guess. By the way, when I look away, it's because I'm looking at your chats, guys. I want you guys. कौन बनेगा
Guys-
लखपति time as Asta says.
Yeah, quite a lot of kaun banega lakpati indeed, right? Kaun banega lakpati indeed. So yeah, let's go. Let's wait for these guys to put in their let's go, guys. Put in these messages.
Put in these.
We need these guesses from you. And yes, for people guessing about sponsor prizes, we will be telling them after the DevJams prizes are announced. So yeah, come on, guys, put in them guesses. This is a big one. This is 1
This is a
lakh
big one.
INR. Yeah, Mrinal, yeah, my heart beating indeed. This is a lot of
Spill
money.
it
that we-
already. We're not gonna spill it now. We'll take
No,
some time.
we are not. No, we are going to. We deserve to play hard to get, Hisham, don't we? We
Yes,
deserve
of course.
this. Yeah.
It's 1 lakh
One-
rupees after all.
Yeah, 1 lakh rupees, months of effort. It's going to be amazing. It is genuinely great. This was a very cool project, and like Hisham said, this was something which caught our eyes from the very very beginning, right? A lot of guests coming in. We see Hacky Blinders. We see teams like Team Formage. We see a lot of things, but genuinely, this is Kaun Banega Lakpati quite a bit. 1 lakh rupees that we are giving away. So Hisham, together.
1, 2,
2, 3.
3. रिस्क है तो रिस्क है.
रिस्क है तो इश्क है, Hisham. Ishq.
Oh man.
Oh God, Hisham, it's risk hai to ishq hai, guys.
hai.
This team caught us off guard with their name. This team caught us off guard with their project, and they are catching us off guard with 1 lakh rupees INR that they're taking away. 1 lakh, guys. We can't even stress on how much this is. Team risk hai to ishq hai.
Team
Kudos
risk
to
hai.
you
I'm sorry for getting that risk and ishq mixed up.
I think
Risk
I
hai
think
to
they
ishq
meant for risk and ish to get mixed up for them. They wouldn't have put it in their name otherwise.
Exactly,
But
exactly. Because there's a song which says the exact opposite.
yeah, we were. Yeah, really cool
But
job,
yeah,
guys.
jokes apart, guys, this is 1 lakh rupees, and this is not a joke. The Kaun Banega Lakpati winner is risk hai to ishq hai. That
Yeah,
is
they are lakpatis after this. They walk away with 1 lakh rupees indeed, and that is a big deal, right? That's a significant amount of money, and we are more than happy because they did surprise us at every chance. So yeah. So guys, that was it for our result announcement, and we should be getting into our sponsor announcements soon as well, right? Let's get into that. Do we have that ready, Isham?
I do not think that we have the sponsor announcement ready. We'll just wait for a while. We'll just let people sort of guess who the best sponsor tracks are, and
Yeah.
while
For I'm going to reiterate it for everyone. There's a lot of prizes that still haven't been won, right? There is 20,000 bucks for the Vikara track. There's 30,000 bucks for the Vikara track. There is 20,000 rupees for just hosting your project on, Patter. And yeah, there were a lot of prizes that we give away, and these are things that we will announce. We also have amazing internship opportunities from a lot of our sponsors. So yeah, we will announce these to you. We are Hisham. I think you're reading the same chat as I do.
yeah,
We
I
have
think
taken playing hard to get to a different level. we will first, let's announce all our sponsors. We have a lot of good sponsors this year who have supported us throughout DevJams, and I think if we should really thank them again. I know we already did a little bit, but we should thank them again, and also mention
also,
all the sponsor monies. Yeah.
I'll just share my screen. I'll just show you the website. There we have a list of sponsors, and then we can go one on one after.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. That works.
Right. So I'll just share my screen. If you can share my screen, just tell me. Can
Okay,
you guys see
so
my screen? Right.
yeah, we can see your screen. So for the sponsor prizes, we have a track under CrowdStrike that is giving away internship opportunities. We have a track under Grow that is giving away t-shirts and internship opportunities. Hisham, if you could get back. We
Yeah.
have Ren. We already announced the prize for Ren, which was 1,000 USD, which was won by our third place team, Team Uvu. And lastly, we have Vikara that is giving away 50,000 INR for that is giving away 50,000 INR in total, 30,000 for their track, and also 20,000 for the patter prize. So yeah, guys, join our Discord server if one of the organizers could put that up. Please do join our Discord server. We thank to all the sponsors, and we will be announcing our sponsor prizes on the Discord server very soon. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for those. Yeah. Hisham, you can stop sharing a screen now.
Right.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. This was genuinely a really fun session to have. We saw a lot of really good projects. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Right.
Hi guys. And we hope to see you at our next hackathon.
Which is Hexathon.
Which is Hexathon, Design Hackathon.